what it do?
Hey!
What's up?
When you're doing a "we need more dogs" as a coach,
Yeah.
do you know how ridiculous you sound and you can't help it because you're an insane coach? Or do you actually,
No.
is that a spontaneous thing? Is it a pre-planned?
They don't know.
I'm fat. Like it just happens.
No, you know that guy. My God, you played football.
But I don't.
He's not aware that he's that guy.
I had the least inspiring coaches of all time. I'm telling you, outside of Gruden, who was just genuinely a psycho. Every coach I had was, I never was really around that guy. But I'm always fascinated because when you do get glimpses of it, I would love to know what's going on in his brain. Like as he was sitting there, that just came to him, where he's like, "Give me a little kitty cat, give me." He started doing it. Like at no point do you realize that you're a grown man making kitty sounds, and then you're like, "I need more dogs." Like how absolutely ridiculous you are.
Yeah, maybe we put him more in the Mike Leach category.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of psycho football people.
Sure.
Sports people.
Yeah.
But there's also like spectrum-y football people.
Yes.
And sports people.
Leach was on the spectrum.
I feel like that's maybe what you're talking about.
See, I understand that. I understand being on the sliding scale. And like with the pirate, you're on the sliding scale. You can't help yourself. But like that guy, I just always wonder how much of it is performative and how much of it is just genuine psychopath. Like Lanning is a psychopath. I don't think he's performative necessarily. I just think he's a psycho. Whereas that, I feel like you're doing bits. I feel like you're, "Come here, little kitty cat. Come here. But like,
Who was that guy?
I think he used to be. I don't know. I think that was when he was the coach at Coastal Carolina, and I forget what his name is, but I think that was the coach at Coastal Carolina when he was doing the "we need more dogs." And now Coastal Carolina has actually kind of become a thing, but I think that's kind of what put them on the map. And that's what I wonder. Like, is he like, "Well, I need to do something to get attention"? And what was the old? Remember the minor league manager that did the military crawl and then he threw the grenade, rosin bag like that? Like that's not spontaneous. Like you knew at some point that guy was like, "Man, I'm gonna do a military crawl. I'm gonna get on Sports Center." I'm fascinated at that guy that either lacks the self-awareness, is on the spectrum, or is just a douche and wants to do TikTok videos.
David Bennett. Coastal Carolina. Yeah. I wonder where he is now.
It was him.
Yeah. And he looks crazy.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's in other words,
that's just him.
Yeah, I just think that's him.
Football coaches are, coaches in general. It's a unique breed.
How many of them are fake? Like, when you played football, like there's a bunch of Neanderthals basically.
Yeah.
How many of that is, or how much of that is fake?
No,
probably very little.
Most of that's authentic.
Yeah, it's like that's just who.
See, Neanderthal I get,
but
like
that's kind of where that's the foundation.
Yeah, it's just the other side it's the other side of the coin.
Well, once you get a little power and a little money, you start like your true crazy comes out. Yeah. Like you have to kind of play the game for a while, but then when you get to David Bennett levels, you don't care.
It's a valid point. Two sides of the same coin, I suppose. Because the Neanderthal thing, I get that, and I had a little of that. Like, because you do cultivate
what?
It. Yeah, well,
What? What?
Well, I mean, look, assaults happen.
No way.
Well, that's the part is like that's encouraged. Violence and
assaults happen.
Well,
I wish that were clean enough to get a drop out of.
Well, I mean, look. There were a handful of incidents that in modern light, in video, or just in general, there probably should have been charges filed. And that's encouraged, though. And so I guess maybe being a character like that, it's the same thing. It's encouraged. It's fostered.
Well, it's just not.
It's not looked down upon.
Exactly. It's not frowned upon. There are no guardrails in football.
No.
Like, as long as you win, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. Well, I remember being a kid. A high school kid.
I mean, look at Bob Knight.
Yeah, great example.
Horrible guy.
Oh, like the worst, and yet he was revered, right?
Yeah,
like,
humanity's weird.
And we're able to look the other way, like and
well, not all of us.
Well, no, but most people will make 1,000 excuses and be like, "Well, he won." I remember being going into my junior year, and I remember that summer I got kicked out of the PLU football camp and the Washington State. I think I said I didn't get kicked out. I guess I got kicked out of an event at the Washington State scrimmage. And I won MVP of both camps, and it was applauded. And I remember like that being both a good but probably also a bad moment in my life. Because up until that point, it was kind of like that stuff was very frowned upon. And then you're like, wait, I can fight? And like I fought a counselor at the PLU camp, and I got in a couple fights at the Washington State camp, and the Washington State coaches loved it.
Football sucks, kind of.
The PLU coaches at least had the decency to kick me out of the camp, but that was still kind of celebrated. Washington State, I thought I was going to get kicked out of that camp because PLU kicked me out. I didn't get kicked out. I got promoted. They kept moving me to better teams,
Right.
and I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Well, yeah, I mean, listen.
And that's not good. That's not good behavior for like a 16-year-old kid to be supported.
We're psychoanalyzing you here after 20-some years. Look, your general being is not necessarily acceptable in regular society,
No.
but it gets you in trouble a lot. But in football, it works,
it
and that's
works.
why that's part of why you are the way you are.
Yeah.
Just
Not only
accept
works,
it.
it's celebrated.
Yeah.
And that's the weird part. Like I'm saying, like this guy.
And it's kind of celebrated here too. Like you have managed to parlay your life into all of your works.
And it's
celebrate your Neanderthalness.
Yeah, it's not necessarily.
And by the way, what a great segue! It's January 6th. It's your day.
It's the day of celebration. Where's my red hat?
I played drops, but I don't have them.
No,
Space Force.
we don't have
My
them yet.
computer's all screwed up over here. You still on the hunt for Mike Pence?
It's a strange world that we live in. I kind of forgot that. I woke up this morning, like across my timeline. I was like, what? Oh.
Did you salute the flag?
Just get up there and
Call all your buddies in prison?
do one of the. Hey, no one's in prison anymore. What are you talking about?
They aren't?
No. Everyone.
There's not one insurrectionist in prison?
Well, some of them have been arrested for other things, but no, they all got
No
out.
way.
Everyone got a pardon.
Oh, all right.
Some of them actually gone on to do quite bad things. Worse, believe it or
What?
not. Yeah.
So they aren't good people?
Hey, there's both sides.
I mean, sorry.
Call
There's
Ripley's.
both sides. No, everyone got out, man. I know someone there was a couple dudes up in Battleground that I kind of knew through like friend of a friend of a friend sort of thing, and those two it was like a father and son, and yeah, they probably shouldn't be in general society, but no, everyone got the free pass.
1,575 people, 1,575 people were charged in that.
And
So
they've all
the
been
only
all
two,
been pardoned.
I only remember two.
One of them died.
Who's that?
That Ashley something or other. She tried to go into the room with the leaders, and
She
got,
died there?
Yeah, they shot her.
Oh, well, yeah. 5 people died that day,
Yeah,
right? 4 or 5.
I think some died from like I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I know one tried to get in. One got they were pointing the guns and were like, "Please don't come in," and she was like, "I'm coming in," and they shot her.
Did you have her Nike Tech on, though?
Yeah, what was she wearing?
I think she had an American flag.
No, I remember the guy with the headdress.
Yeah, the Buffalo guy.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah.
And I think he's an awful person too, right?
I think so. Well, I mean, he's insane.
Goes without saying.
Well, he's like full on insane.
No way.
Yeah.
And then I remember there was an attorney lady. She was like I think she was from Dallas or something.
Mhm.
Do you remember her?
An attorney from Dallas.
I don't know if she was an attorney, but she was just a regular mom.
Mm-hmm.
And they caught her on the video on insurrection. I don't know. I can't remember the story. She's the only other one I remember, but she got a lot of heat. They were like, "What are you doing?"
And she didn't have an answer.
And she's like, "Well, America," I don't know. I remember.
I remember the Buffalo guy.
Yeah.
The
Who
worst
else?
the worst part about the Buffalo guy to like bring everything home, like that guy has a bunch of Nordic tattoos, and we may share one or two. That was not my proudest moment. It's like, oh, for God's sakes. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, man.
Look at you.
Yeah, I know.
That's why it's your day.
Yeah, it's my day. And then there was the one, I remember him and the one guy that was like in Pelosi's office with his feet up.
Yeah.
And then I remember the other guy that was carrying off the lectern, right? They were like filming inside, like doing a news report, and he just came by and he was like holding it up and he was like walking by, like giving the thumbs up. And then he was like, "I can't believe I was arrested." Like, yeah, I can. Like, those are the 3 guys that I remember. And then the one lady, the Ashley Babbitt, I think. Because she became some sort of hero for some reason. Not sure why, but like if a bunch of people had guns pointed at me and said, "Don't come in the door because, well, government."
Listen,
yeah,
she
wouldn't.
gave her life
For what?
for the hunt for Mike Pence.
For the cause.
You have a gun. You just can't. What are you doing? It's like, I can't go down to the police department and start kicking in a window and be like, "I'm coming in." Doesn't work.
You can.
Well, I guess you can. That's
See what happens.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what else today is?
Someone did point out, can we admit something about the Buffalo guy? Yes. Insane. The Buffalo headdress, it was kind of cool. It's
no,
good.
it wasn't.
It was kind of cool. That thing's pretty solid.
I could see Suk wearing it.
You get me in the right moment. You get enough Coors in me.
Yeah.
You know, some sort of like party. There's a bonfire or whatever. You could see me.
I could see that. But see, Rob's not wearing that. But I could see Suk partying around in that.
The only difference between Suk and that guy is you're smart enough to know you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
I think there's some others.
You're a smart, insane guy.
I think there's a couple. Look, all I'm saying is
don't know.
If we're at a summer barbecue and you get enough beverages in me and someone's like, dude, check out this Buffalo hat. I'll put it. It's like with the Fred Flintstone, the Grand Poobah thing, right? The Loyal Order of the Water Buffalo. It's a pretty cool hat. I'm not going to go with the face paint or anything, and he's like weird buffalo breeches that he was wearing, but the animal skin hat, yeah.
He was shirtless, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was shirtless. And again, you give me enough beers.
Yeah,
and,
I don't know. I see a lot of parallels here. Well, you know what else today is, though? I just read.
Besides January 6th?
Well, it's like, isn't that weird that January 6th now? Like I feel sorry for people born on January 6th because all you think of when you hear January 6th is insurrection.
Or the new rallying cry. There was one of the guys that was convicted and then pardoned. He's running for Congress or whatever. And he claims that January 6th is the new 1776.
Yeah.
It was the day where everything changed.
Well, that's predictable.
Yeah,
but it is weird. It's like January 6th is no longer like I was about to tell you, today is Colin Cowherd's 62nd birthday.
Is it really?
Yeah.
He looks good for 62.
Yeah. He's doing great.
Yeah.
We hardly knew you.
Yeah. But I remember, because that was like during COVID, I remember working out in my buddy's garage and he had a little TV up. And I remember us sitting there watching that thing. And what a surreal moment to be like, is this kind of the end? Like, this is.
And look, here we are.
Here we are. Yeah, here we are again. I will never forget that. I was just kind of sitting there, and he was a Navy guy, and so he's got a bunch of, he's got an American flag that flew above Pearl Harbor in his garage. So it's a very patriotic garage, right? We're in there, and good old Navy guy, and we were kind of working out, and I just remember sitting there staring at that TV being like, oh my God. Like, what? Like, what? And then like a week later, everyone's like, it's fine. No harm, no foul. It's no big deal. Wasn't it?
Survive in advance.
Yeah. That's true. Survive in advance, right? You know. Hey, you won. It doesn't matter how you did it.
Get to the weekend.
Get to the weekend.
Yeah, I'm looking for I'm trying to figure out who this Texas lady was that I was thinking of.
Yeah, you said there was like an attorney.
Yeah, I think she was a florist.
Bad news, I couldn't find the headgear for sale anywhere.
Yeah.
Like any reputable places.
No, I think that is probably, I think you got to go to like a gun show probably for something like that.
So you will not be wearing it tomorrow, unfortunately.
Well, and I think at this point you can't. The buffalo headdress it's been kind of ruined.
Right. Kind of like the Hitler mustache.
Yeah, you can't.
It's retired.
It's retired. Unless you're leaning into a certain ideology, then by all means. But yeah, I think for most of us, like that's no longer a ha-ha. Look at my zany headdress. Yeah, you can't do that anymore, which is a shame because, again, I stand by my statement. In general, it's kind of a cool piece. You watch like Dances with Wolves and someone's rocking one of those, you're like, oh, yeah, it's kind of kick-ass.
Well, guys, we got to dig into some duck stuff today here on January 6th.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, just that. Just the whole...
Hey, it's TGL Tuesday.
Yeah, it's back, and I'm not happy.
You want to know what else is January 6th? I just saw the YouTube comments.
I know what.
Okay.
I have prepared a whole thing today.
All right, good.
But I'm okay with doing it later. I planned on doing it here, but this is how we operate.
Yeah.
If something else is going, we'll do it later. Yeah. But I have Nancy Kerrigan attack trivia.
Oh,
because did you know that the Tanya Harding Nancy Kerrigan attack?
Get right the hell out of town.
It occurred on January 6, 1994.
Horse crap, it did. Really?
Yes.
The Galooly.
The Galooly.
January 6th.
She was Galooly'd on January 6th.
I'll be damned.
Can you believe that?
I can't believe. I had no idea that was today.
So
Other
because
things,
of that,
kind of took precedent.
I have prepared Nancy Kerrigan assault trivia.
Well, we have the local time. We have the local tide. The dockside is right here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's where Tanya Harding liked to party?
Well, they found the.
Is that in the trash there?
Yeah, they found the trash.
Right here at the dockside?
Right there at the dockside.
Why don't they commemorate that in there?
I think they do.
What? With what?
I've
been in there a few times. I haven't seen anything.
I don't know if they necessarily put it up, but if you've been there at any period of time, that gets brought up. It's part of the lore.
Well, I just think they need a.
You
need to lean into that.
Like a commemorative plaque.
Something.
Sort of thing. That I don't know.
They still have the wastebasket?
I think it might have been.
Wasn't it a?
It was probably a dumpster. I don't know.
Oh, was it the dumpster?
Oh, I'll look into it. But yeah, they did find like crucial evidence. They found like a plot or some phone numbers or something in the garbage at the dockside. Which, if you've ever been to the dockside, and this is taking nothing away from the dockside, it's a great little dive bar right down here in Slabtown. Whatever bar you think that Tanya Harding drinks at, just picture that in your mind. It's accurate. Just
except I don't picture her in Slabtown really. You know.
Well,
up this way.
You got to remember that was 25 plus years ago.
What was this area like back then?
Way more industrial than it is now, and it's still pretty industrial.
He's got fancy condos right across the street.
Yeah, those weren't there.
Yeah.
You just picture a rough sort of. I mean, there's a reason it's called the dockside. That's where all the union dock guys go.
Yeah.
And drink. It's the bar that you think that Tanya Harding should drink at, and it's kind of the last, like, I don't know, like artifact of probably that time, because everything else has been built up around it that's kind of new and modern, and not the dockside. I don't think they've put one nickel into that place in 30 years.
It looks like a holdout.
Yes.
Like it looks like an angry owner who would not, who refused to sell.
Yeah. It's like that guy, the Trump golf course guy out in Scotland. He's like, no.
Exactly. Is that guy still there?
I think so.
So this was in Scotland or Ireland?
In Scotland.
Yeah, he was building his golf course, and he built the course.
Yeah.
But he was trying to screw over some guy, get him off his property so he could, because he's right in the middle of the course.
Yeah.
And the dude wouldn't sell.
No.
And still hasn't.
No. And so like they tried to build.
They sued him.
He took a big barn and he wrote like F Trump on it, and like they were trying to, they tried to get him off the land. And they offered him a bunch of money, millions of dollars, and the guy was like, "No, you can't buy me.
It's my land, or whatever. I don't know, Scottish."
What was that?
Well, I don't know.
What? How did that was the cheekiest.
How would you say
that was the cheekiest British accent
ever.
Say
it then.
I want to
America guy.
I want to keep hearing you do your British Scottish accent.
That's not Scottish.
No, it's not.
Do a Scottish accent. Go. Go. What do you got?
I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy it.
Candy ass.
Yeah.
All right. We got to talk some Ducks.
Do we?
We've got some Nancy Kerrigan assault trivia. And I've got more NFL playoff nuggies. I don't care whether you like it or not.
I do like it.
I'm digging deep into this S.
Yeah. It's look, I'm geeked for both the college and the NFL playoffs.
So Oregon sets its sights on another trip to Miami. We'll start there next on The Fan.
The Oregon Ducks are in the college football
All right, Oregon has set its sights on another trip to Miami because they were just in Miami.
Yes.
And now they may play Miami in Miami.
It's a weird travel schedule if you have to, if they make it all the way. It's a lot of crisscrossing the old country.
Well, not only that, but I was thinking about it today because I was reading about all the transfer stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable that these coaches they're preparing for the biggest games of their careers.
Yes.
While also having to juggle the transfer portal.
Mm-hmm. Oregon has gone from one of the deeper secondary and running back groups in the college football playoff to now maybe the thinnest. And luckily, McNutt came back last game, but you're relying on a guy now that's played one game to be a crucial member of your secondary. And at one point, remember at the beginning of the year, like you didn't even know how many running backs. You're like, God, like the number one back in the portal couldn't even get on the field, and now he's gone, and you don't have anyone left. Sounds like, the report today, Fentress has that he says sources Jordan Davison broke his clavicle.
Yeah.
So, and Lamar is in the portal, Hughes is in the portal.
So you got Whittington and Hill.
That seems about it right now.
Damn. So, that's a big loss.
It's a huge loss, considering the fact that when you look at Oregon, like we think of Oregon as this dynamic offense, and we think of Dante Moore, who's going to be a top pick. But when you actually start looking into like this rematch with Oregon and Indiana, this idea that Oregon played a bad game and like something just needs to click. If you go back and look at the Ducks when they have played top 30, top 40 level talent, right? So Penn State, Iowa, Texas Tech, even Washington, the most they've scored against any team that's kind of worth their sand is 26 against Washington.
26.
They had 17 against Penn State. They had 13 against Indiana. Remember, one of those was a pick six. 16 against Iowa. I think 21 against Wisconsin. So if we take kind of their good teams, and you can even put good in quotations if you want to count Wisconsin and Iowa, the only quality team that they've put up more than 20 points against is USC. And USC's defense is atrocious. So now you're playing Indiana again, and Indiana's really, really good. And Indiana hasn't given up 20. I don't think Indiana has given up more than 21 points, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they've done it once all year.
Well, hey, the Ducks got 20 on them.
The Ducks, offense scored 13. Yeah. So, like, this idea that stuff's going to start clicking, it's 14 weeks. We're 4 months into this. This is your offense, and it's a good offense. But much like Texas Tech's offensive numbers were inflated, so are Oregon's. If you say that this is like a top 10 offense in the country, they aren't scoring 40 against Indiana. So this game is going to be won, if Oregon's going to win it, with what you saw against Texas Tech.
Well, they need a few explosives.
Yes.
Oregon is, we talked about this pre-Texas Tech, but Texas Tech was the most explosive offense in the country, and Oregon was number 2.
Yeah.
So they rely on hitting a couple big ones.
Yeah.
But yes, they're going to have to run the ball.
Yeah.
And without Davison, that's going to be difficult. But, I don't think anybody expected Oregon to have like this offensive onslaught against Indiana. The idea here is your defense is playing great.
Yep.
You've seen them once. You can get this close in the fourth quarter. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
It's going to be a grinded out NFL type.
And you talk about the explosives, how important they are. Indiana's used to playing in close games. Like a lot of times you see teams that are undefeated, maybe they've blown a lot of teams out. They barely beat Iowa. They won at the end. You talk about the Oregon game was close. Ohio State in the Big Ten title game came right down to the end. Like Indiana's not going to be afraid if it comes down close at the end. So they gave up 24 points to Penn State. And that was
24.
That was the one game they gave up over 20. So Oregon's got to find a way to score, and if you only have 2 running backs in your roster, you got to find something.
Oregon needs to win a rock fight, and it's weird to think about this, but it's just you've got potentially the number 1 and number 2 quarterbacks in the NFL, draft.
Really, no question either.
And there's really no one else, and so, but I think both sides are probably content with playing one of these games, and I just don't think I would have lived in a world where I was going in with 2 games away for a national title, and I would say that if Oregon is going to win a national title, these next 2 games, because Indiana, then we probably think it's going to be Miami, these games need to probably be played in the teens or very low 20s. And the nice part is Oregon can do it. We've seen it. Now the question is, can you do it against Indiana that however many weeks ago they came into your house and they just were better than you? So how much better have you gotten? How much better has Indiana gotten? the second time around? Does Dante Moore not get as confused? This is all. I just think this is a fascinating matchup, but I've heard so many Duck fans and even some people here at the station that kind of have this idea that Oregon just kind of had an off game and that when stuff starts clicking, well, go find me in the season when they've played a good team where the offense has clicked. This is who you are at this point, and that is a team that against better competition is scoring somewhere around 16 to 21 points a game. And is that good enough to beat Indiana? We'll find out how good Oregon's defense is because they're going to have to be the ones. If Oregon wins a national title, it will be on the back of Dan Lanning's defense.
All right, let's carry this over. It is true that Jordan Davison has a broken collarbone.
That has been confirmed.
Yeah, it's
just spreading.
It's
right?
getting out there. Yeah, it looks like KVUE, whatever TV station down there, is saying that he is out.
Yeah, because when that first got reported, and the first time I heard it was Fentress, and people were like, "Well, we saw him score a touchdown at the end of the game. You can play with a hairline fracture and know that it's painful, and then all of a sudden you get after the game, it swells up, you go get an X-ray, and you're like, crap." So I just think some people were doubting that report because we saw him finish that game, and that doesn't mean anything. Lots of times you finish a game and then you find out the next day, bit of a problem.
What if they just line Sadiq up back there? Give him the ball.
I mean, you play him as an
Let
H-back.
him truck some fools.
Play him as an H-back.
Hey, remember, Indiana's top defensive player is out.
Is out, yes.
And he was out against Alabama.
Yeah, it didn't matter, but yeah.
No.
And
it might matter in this game, though.
I mean, if you want to say depth, obviously that's a huge advantage Oregon has. And go back to the beginning of the season, Indiana's actually down now. Now they've played all year without they're down their two best defensive front players. But again, one they've played all year, and it didn't matter against Alabama. But yeah, that could be a thing where depth becomes an issue. Or God forbid, Oregon loses a guy in the secondary early in this game. This secondary has now become paper thin. Why? Because the stupid transfer portal. I mean, that blows my mind. It really is we do a lot of dumb stuff in college football, but losing depth pieces when you're 2 games away from a national title, and it's not just Oregon, every team has to deal with this. It's the most ridiculous thing that college football does.
Is it possible that they should have let a guy like Jaden Lamar go to the portal and still play?
Well, I mean, I don't think you
can't really do that, right?
I don't. You can't because he's got to find a land.
Right.
He's got to find a landing spot.
He may not want to.
Yeah, he may not. It's just tough. I don't know all the details of that, but that's a weird thing when you and when a guy comes to you and says, "Hey, man, I got to find a spot to land." And remember, the portal's open right now. You only have 2 weeks. That kid has to find a landing spot where he feels good. He's going to get some money out of this. You even if he wants to stay, I'm not certain that you can afford to.
I think it's wild to think about what Ole Miss is going through.
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean, they have coaches that are flying back and forth between Oxford and Baton Rouge, which, granted, not very far.
No.
But they are not. They are coaching in the biggest game in school history for one school, and they're not employed by that school.
No.
Meanwhile, they're recruiting for another school at the same time.
And there's a rumor. So the Ole Miss running back coach is now the Ole Miss LSU. The Ole Miss running backs coach is now the LSU running back coach. And he was not going to come back. He was one of the guys that was going to stay at LSU after they won their first game. He has now been loaned back. And the report is Kwan Lacey, who's their big running back, is actively being recruited by LSU. And he may be leaning to stay at Ole Miss. And the idea is that Lane Kiffin and LSU only allowed that running backs coach to come back so that he could lean on Lacey. I mean, what a sleazy...
This is the game.
Yeah, you have a rat in the hen house. Literally, like, you want your coach there, but he's only there to try to get your second best offensive player to leave you. That's the only reason that he's being allowed to stay at your school. I mean, that's just so stupid. But if you're Ole Miss, you can't let these coaches go. If that staff really left, you would have no offensive basic staff left.
I mean, just stupid.
Yes.
Okay, let's take a break. Yeah, Oregon, we'll wrap up the Oregon talk. I have a Signetti question, and can you guess the percentage of starters that are transfers for each of the Final Four? And who has the most transfers and who has the least? I have that coming up. But first, here is Jim with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the Oregon Ducks, they're in a little bit of trouble in the backfield as they head into their game against the Indiana Hoosiers. Running back Jordan Davison, according to sources, has suffered a broken clavicle against Texas Tech and will very likely not play the rest of the playoffs. Davison had 15 touchdowns on the season. Combine that with the news that Jaden Lamar, Jay Harris are in the transfer portal for the Ducks. Oregon may be thin at the running back for their semifinal game. Hoosiers, 3.5-point favorites over the Oregon Ducks. In the other college football playoff game, LSU is not in it, but their administration is allowing offensive coordinator Charlie Weiss Jr. and running back coach Kevin Smith to continue coaching for the Ole Miss Rebels in their semifinal against Miami. The co-offensive coordinator Joe Cox and passing game coordinator George McDonald will not be coaching in that game. Ole Miss down coaches, Oregon down players. Transfer portal at its best. Multiple sources now have confirmed that the Ravens are firing their head coach, John Harbaugh. Harbaugh, he's been the head coach of the Ravens since 2008, led them to a Super Bowl in 2012. But Adam Schefter is reporting that in the first 45 minutes after Harbaugh was fired, 7 NFL teams have expressed interest in John Harbaugh. There's currently 7 open head coaching gigs, including Baltimore. Make that make sense. And the Trailblazers, they won the third game in a row last night, beating the Jazz 137-117. Next up for them, a game on Wednesday from the Moda Center against the Houston Rockets. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of
And I was thinking, because somebody texted the fan text line, which you can reach at 503-864-6326. And they were talking about how Oregon's offense drives them crazy. And they say they move the ball on good teams so they consistently falter in the red zone, either through dumb mistakes or bad fourth down calls. And that got me to thinking, it's like, this is the one game, and I was thinking about this during the Texas Tech game as well, but it didn't matter because Texas Tech offense could do nothing.
Yeah.
This may be the first time where Dan Lanning's got to go in this game thinking more conservatively about his fourth down calls, and he's aggressive.
No.
I like that. I could totally see him saying, "Hey, I'm not going to change you," and I get that. But this is a game where, Bartu always talks about this, College Football Matrix. He's always talking about how let the other coach make the big mistake. Yeah. Let the other coach screw it up. And if you're in field goal range with Sappington, I feel like Oregon should take I know 1 and 2 yards is easy to want to go grab. I feel like Oregon should just get points on the board any chance it can.
I couldn't agree more, because I do think this game needs to be played a certain way. 18.5, by the way, I did my quick math there. Against the better competition, we're going to take the 6 games against real defenses they've played. They've scored 18.5 points. 13 against Indiana, and then they got the pick 6. So, like, this idea that, yes, I guess you could play the other side of this and say, well, we need every possession, and it's going to be hard to score. So if it's a 4th and 1, we can't settle for 3. We need to get 7s because we don't know how many of those. And that may be his thinking. I'm with you. I think for Oregon to win, I
do not leave a point on the field.
I would think the
because
same
points
thing.
will be at a premium.
Yes.
And so I just wonder if Lanning, I mean, he's obviously, dude, the guy's
he's never changed.
No,
so
he
far.
really hasn't. But I just wonder if he's this
a really
particular
smart guy.
game. I think he might see that.
Well, you saw
because that's what I was gonna say. I'm sorry, but the Texas Tech game.
That's what.
Early in that game.
Yeah.
I mean, I was texting back and forth with a couple Duck buddies
driving,
that were like,
driving you
dude,
crazy, right?
What is he doing? Just realize this is the type of game where just take the points. Your defense is kicking their ass.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Until the second half.
He did adjust.
Yep.
So maybe if you go in with that mindset against Indiana, maybe it helps you in the end. But I don't know if he changes.
I would tend to agree. In a game like this where Indiana just doesn't really give up big plays, they strangle you. And in today's world of college football too, by the way, if you look at it, now that they had the rule change with the clock, college used to get a lot more possessions and a lot more plays. It's really not. Especially if you have a team that can kind of run the ball and play some ground control, they'll choke you out to 5 possessions a half. I mean, you see it now. A lot of these drives now are gobbling up 7-8 minutes. And I'm with you. Limited possessions in a game that you think is going to be close. The first one was close. I mean, it was a 10-point game, but I mean, with 6-something to play, it was a tie game. Yeah, having a couple field goals in your pocket, especially now that you've got a kicker that seems to be money that you really rely on, I'm with you. I just don't know what his mentality will be, but I couldn't agree more. If you're sitting there and you've got a 35-yard field goal, and I get it if it's 4th and a foot, but if it's 4th and 3, 4th and 2, and you're sitting at the 29, my God, take the 3.
You know what's wild is I was looking back at the first game. You know how many drives they had in that game?
Oregon?
Well, combined. But yes, you could do either.
How many?
25.
25.
Indiana had 13 and Oregon had 12.
Okay. So a little more than
you would think.
More than you would think.
Yeah, that game. Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's so hard to let the other coach screw it up because you just think so much of the other coach. You're like, well, he's not going to screw it up. We have to be aggressive, but you really don't. Like if you take the field goals, all it would take then would be one Signetti going forward on the other end, 4th and 1. You get that one stop. You just flipped 10 points, potentially, right there, just because he chose not to take the 3 and you did. So if there's a point to be had, I say Oregon take it every chance they get in this game, and we'll see what happens in the end.
I would agree. It just, again, I wonder if his mentality can ever change. Well, he is the
couple of fakes in there.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give him this. We always call it big balls
that
chips.
That fake punt was great.
He does not give two bleeps. He is going to Dan Lanning the S out of this.
What an opportunity.
And that includes controversial decisions. Go back to those 2 Washington games that he lost. He doesn't care. That dude will roll the dice. big game, hey, fake punt. Why not? Let's do it.
How does that work every time in a big game? It seems like Oregon gets a 2-point conversion. They do a fake, but they do something that gets the defense.
I think
sees the look.
I think the idea is that in those big games, people assume that everyone's going to play things a little closer to their chest, and he doesn't. He lets it rip. It's the idea of like, we go into this, we see a look, and if you get the look, situation be damned, we're going to run it.
That's his thing. He's always told us that.
Yeah.
He's like, if the look is there, we're going to do it.
I can't imagine he changes though, even for this game. I mean, I think he looks at this numbers. It's fourth and between 1 and 3 in college football. It's a 60-70% conversion rate. Like I think he looks at that and says, I'm not going to change just because it's Indiana.
He probably won't.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is he might want to think about it for this particular game.
I think to Suke's point, this is a more of an NFL game than any game that they've had all season. Besides,
if they play
Indiana.
Miami, it would be that way too.
Right.
Yeah. I just think these games are the one team that needs to play kind of breakneck speed and play the old college football is Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, yeah.
Ole Miss
Speeds
wants
you
to,
up and
they just want Trinidad out there kind of running around. The rest of them, well, and it's weird because I get why Miami, like you don't want Carson Beck back there doing Carson Beck things.
No.
You don't. But with Indiana and with Oregon, you got two really good quarterbacks, but both still play a rugged, keep everything in front of you, sort of buttoned up style. And it's interesting.
This is a good question. That is interesting. Mendoza or Moore? If you had to bet, put your life savings on one of them making a huge play.
Yeah.
I think I'm going Moore.
Yeah.
Over Mendoza.
I would agree.
And I know Mendoza gets all the talk.
Yeah.
I think Moore has a higher
I would take Moore because
side.
I think against these two defenses, the big play will probably come from not in structure. Both of these teams play coverage. They don't blitz a ton, and they're going to make you go down the field, 15 plays. So when you're talking a big explosive, I think it's more of extend a play, make someone miss, roll out of a pocket, or you see a window and you just let that thing rip. And I think Dante Moore lends himself a little bit more to that than Mendoza. And believe me, Mendoza makes big plays too. But yeah, if you ask me who's more likely to make the Lamar Jackson make two guys miss, Zay Flowers over the top, I think that's more just because I think he's the more explosive player.
I agree. I think Dante Moore can make an 80-yard touchdown pass out of nothing. But I think Mendoza is going to make that 3rd and 7 where he's going to run around, maybe run a guy over to get the first down. Like it's not going to be the explosive
or just that big, like that Penn State play,
right?
That big throw,
the throw against Ohio State to Charlie Baker down the field. Like he has those type of plays where it's not going to turn into a 50-yard touchdown. But it's 3rd and long, and he converts a big one. I think I'd rather go Mendoza in that situation. He's done too many times this year.
I just love it, man. I just think
Great
this
matchup.
is, but so is
Great matchup.
Mendoza isn't going to blink, right? We've seen him throw the pick 6 at Oregon and not blink. We've seen him take a sack on that drive against Penn State. Think about it. They had to go 90 whatever yards. Got sacked on the first play, didn't blink, made the throw in the back of the end zone. But we've also seen Dante Moore, the throw against Iowa. That is as good a throw as you will ever see in a college football game to basically win that game. Penn State in overtime. That's an All-American coming free off the edge. And what did Moore? He Olayed him. He gave him that Olay BS, the major league. Sidearm throws to the end zone. Thanks for coming. We've seen him in I think it was a 2 or 3 point game against UW, right? And he splits 4 defenders and hits Malik Benson on an absolute missile. Thanks for coming. We've seen him hit Sadiq down. Both of these guys are not going to blink. Both of these guys are capable in a very close defensive battle. Both of them are capable of ripping a ball into a soft spot and give them a little glimmer. And I think that's kind of the cool thing is, yeah, this is a defensive heavyweight where both are going to run the ball, both are going to be physical, rugged defenses, but you have quarterbacks that can change this game on a dime. And it's great.
How often do you trust both quarterbacks in a game like this?
Yeah.
Like I think you could fully trust.
There's no
both
Baron
these guys.
Mortons out there.
No.
Well,
no Carson Becks.
If
out
I'm
there.
Miami,
Oh, I'm terrified of Beck.
horrified of him.
He will do something so dumb.
he's
every
the only reason they might lose.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's
him and
weird because he's
Cristobal.
the most, he's like, I think
good
he's
point.
the most expensive quarterback in college football. But if you're Miami, every time he drops back, you're like, oh my God, just
Throw it away. Throw it away.
don't do Carson Beck things. Just turn around and hand the ball to number 4 and play defense for God's sakes. And if it ended, I'm not sure if imagine if Oregon slays the one dragon, right? That's got him and they get by Indiana. And imagine Duck fan realizing that what would keep you from winning your first national title is Mario Cristobal. I'm not certain they could handle.
Can't lose that game.
I don't think they could.
You know what that reminds me
Dirt
of?
may just spontaneously explode.
Not to make it about me, but it reminds me of the time Roy Williams went to North Carolina.
Yeah.
Kansas played them in the Final Four, and I remember talking to all my buddies like, dude, we cannot lose this
You'll
game.
die.
I will die on the spot. Seppuku right on my living room floor. You have to win this game, and they beat them, and they won the national championship.
Yes.
So they're not losing. I'll say this right now: they beat Indiana. They are not losing if they play Mario Cristobal. It will not happen.
The universe just couldn't handle it.
Will not happen.
Yeah.
We will get to more of that game next. I have several other things I want to get to there, or coming up, I should say. But next, let's get to the big breaking sports news of the day.
Yeah.
And that is that Steven is gay.
Wow. How about that?
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay.
Well, he may be. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not important. The Ravens pull the trigger. What is next in Baltimore? Next on The Fan.
This is the Playoff Report.
Playoffs?
Everything you need to know about playoff football. Brought to you by Tullamore Dew. When it's tailgate time, it's Tully time.
First down, Oregon. At the 6. Davison beside Dante. Snap. Pitch it to Davison. Going right. What's
right, well, we told you yesterday who all got fired in the NFL Black Monday. Pete Carroll's out. Raheem Morris is out. Stefanski missing one. Gannon's out.
Yeah.
But today, Baltimore pulled the trigger and they fired John Harbaugh.
Yeah. And we thought there may be a conversation or that he might be on a hot seat, change some coordinators, but no, Harbaugh is done.
And that's a tough one. I mean, even when good coaches part ways with their team or get fired, it's like you can see why. It's like I go back to the Marty Schottenheimer firing in Kansas City.
Yeah.
That was a big thing back there when I was there, and it was just time. Great coach. Everybody loved him, but he could not get them over the hump, and they had to move on.
Yeah.
And so that's the only other time I can remember being really conflicted and like, should they fire him? Should they not fire him? Usually you can see the path.
Yeah.
This is another one.
Yeah. Well,
should they fire? I don't know, dude. He was really good there, but they also, and he won the Super Bowl.
12 playoff appearances and a Super Bowl title in 18 years.
But it does feel like time. Although if the kicker makes one kick, is he fired? Like, does it come down to that?
This is what and by the other one was Tony Dungy in Tampa. And
that's a good one.
That was, and that led to,
because he was very good.
He was very good.
But it was time.
And they just couldn't get over the hump in the playoffs. And the difference with Harbaugh is he did get over the hump. They won a Super Bowl.
Tried to blow that game.
Yeah. They've had Lamar Jackson for 7 seasons, and they've never gotten to a Super Bowl. 2 MVPs, probably should have had a third last year. And this being viewed is a step backwards.
It's tough.
It's
a tough one.
This is tough, but you have to realize, like, inside the building, is this a thing where you can look at it and say, this was an injury season and stuff didn't go your way, or was there real regression? Because if there's real regression, then I understand going in a different direction if you feel like it's gotten stale. And remember, there was some whispers about Lamar Jackson's commitment and whether they really were happy with him and all that. So there may have been some more turmoil that'll come out in the days and the weeks to come about what was going on there. But like, after 18 seasons, I mean, that's a hell of a run. And it's the same thing like Tomlin. Did Tomlin save his job by winning that game and Harbaugh losing it? And this is what I've always, my personal belief. If you're waiting on one game to decide whether or not you keep your coach or not, it's done. That's like a marriage that is on its last leg, and the wife or the husband says, "All right, you screw up one more time, right? If you are late to one more of my functions, I'm out of here." You've already made up your mind. You're just looking for an excuse. If Harbaugh was the guy, what happened there with a missed kick shouldn't have done it, one way or another. And the same thing with Harbaugh. So maybe it's just better if you rip the Band-Aid, and maybe it's better because it doesn't sound like the Ravens or Steelers were really going anywhere, and I don't think they were if they made the dance. So maybe Baltimore is the one that actually benefited from that game because you get to tear the Band-Aid off, move on, and kind of start anew, whereas I think a lot of people in Pittsburgh are like, great, another year of 8 wins, no playoff chances whatsoever, and we still have to deal with the same crap.
I believe 9 wins.
9 wins. Sorry, 9.
It reminds me a lot of Andy Reid when he was with the Eagles.
Yeah, it's just time.
There's another one, yeah.
Right, like he was there for 13 years or something like that. Then they got to the Super Bowl, couldn't get over the hump. Then they got rid of him. He goes to the Chiefs, has a great career. Yeah. That's what kind of reminds me of. Harbaugh got the Super Bowl.
It's true.
But it reminded me a lot of it because Schefter's already reporting 7 teams that reached out to Harbaugh. There's only 7 coaching availabilities, including the Ravens.
Baltimore has reached out to John Harbaugh.
Right, so some other team that has a coach has already reached out to, like, I think other teams are
I would clamor for him. Yes, if I'm the Giants, he is a great stabilizing force. For me.
Raiders,
great stabilizing force for me. But I see. The other thing about this too is I feel like that owner in Baltimore is pretty smart.
Yeah,
he's pretty good. It was not hasty.
No,
they clearly took a day to kind of get everybody back in the building and talk it out. I just wonder if maybe there was something more going on. Yeah. With the roster and the players that forced their hands.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if it's with all the Lamar stuff that was creeping up and some whispers.
Yeah, I don't know about Lamar, but it just seemed this year was the first year it was off.
Yeah.
And you could they should have been better than they were.
Yes.
And that you just maybe some guys checked out.
And we'll see. Again.
But that guy, the owner,
Scotty or whatever his name is.
He was digging in on that, and that may be ultimately why they had to let him go.
Give it a week, and if those concerns are real, Schefter will be spoon-fed them, and then we'll spit out the lines that benefit the Ravens, or Harbaugh will leak his side to it. But I'm guessing there'll be some stuff that comes out here.
The name already spreading, linked to the Baltimore job.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen it.
What?
It just happened.
It's been a couple hours.
Okay. I've been busy with January 6th. I got a lot on my mind.
Did you say Dan Lanning?
Yeah, why not? I was just joking though.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
No,
He's tied to every other job.
Brian Flores.
Oh, I could see that.
With perhaps a side dish of Cliff Kingsbury as offensive coordinator.
Yeah, because he's out at Washington. You know what?
Could be worse.
Yeah, you could be worse. Flores should get another shot.
All right. Ravens fire John Harbaugh. So now 7 teams need a coach. We'll get more into that later. Up next. Oh, do you want some Nancy Kerrigan assault trivia?
You know I do.
Let's see what you know.
Why? Oh.
Next. I forgot about the little cry there at the end.
Yeah, he really feels.
By the way, she was a raging bitch, was she not?
Yeah, she was.
She was a bitch.
Yeah, it turns out. Well, but so is Tanya Harding. So
That's true. It was a bitch off.
Yeah.
On the Fan.
Chris Mack.
McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Oregon Ducks. They'll take on Indiana in the semifinals on Friday, but they will do so without their star freshman running back Jordan Davison, as Davison has suffered a broken clavicle. He did that against Texas Tech. Very likely to not play in the rest of the playoffs. Davis had 15 touchdowns on the season. You combine that with the news that Jaden Lamar and Jay Harris are in the transfer portal. The Ducks may be thin as they take on the Hoosiers. Indiana is a 3.5-point favorite in that game. Ole Miss, they'll be taking to Miami, and there's been questions of what coaches will actually be there for Ole Miss, but LSU's administration is going to allow offensive coordinator Charlie Weiss Jr. and running backs coach Kevin Smith to continue coaching for the Ole Miss Rebels, while co-offensive coordinator Joe Cox and passing game coordinator George McDonald will not be coaching in the Fiesta Bowl for Ole Miss. Multiple sources have confirmed that the Ravens are firing head coach John Harbaugh. Harbaugh has been the coach of the Ravens since 2008, led them to a Super Bowl in 2012. But Adam Schefter has reported that John Harbaugh has been contacted by numerous NFL teams. Trailblazers won their third game in a row last night, beating the Jazz 137-117. Denny Avdia, 33 points, 9 assists. Next up for the Blazers, a game on Wednesday from the Motor Center against the Rockets. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of the Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson.
Up? Hour 2 coming up. We're going to talk about Fernando Mendoza as an NFL prospect.
Yeah, he's stirring up some controversy now. We do this draft season. We have to start picking everyone apart and getting hot takes.
That's right. I have a hot take about him.
Can't wait.
But first, today is January 6th, so Suk is celebrating.
Happy to all those that celebrate.
It is also the anniversary of the Nancy Kerrigan, Tanya Harding baton event.
I completely forgot. I had no idea that was today. And also, is lowercase in there?
Yeah, he's in there.
How old is lowercase? Is like
24.
What, 24? Does he have any? I'm wondering where the cutoff. Does he have any idea who Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding are?
He was spitting numerous facts when we were talking about it in the
so
first
he does
segment.
know.
Yeah, because he was watching the documentary, he said.
Okay. I just wondered at what point like stuff stops becoming like for anyone our age, that's like I don't know, it was a pop culture moment. But I wonder for the kids, the youth. Like, I'm not certain my kids have any idea who the hell Tanya
He
Harding
did just say it's a Margot Robbie movie, so he had to watch it.
Yeah, there you go.
Hi, Tanya.
Yeah.
And I asked if the first hour, we're just about whatever. But,
Yeah.
Well, you know,
he said no.
Well, there was a tape, not that I saw it
Hey,
or
I know.
anything, but
What's weird is that lowercase the other day professed that Y by Nancy Kerrigan was his favorite drop.
really?
Why? He loves it.
Well, it in out of context, you would not think anything of that. It's just it's a weird random. It doesn't even really sound like a gal.
No, but everybody knows what it is. Like when you hear it, you instantly know it's Nancy Kerrigan.
I bet you a lot of people don't.
Oh, that's a famous why. Why? God.
Look, and I feel bad because she just got hit in the
She
knee. And she thought maybe her Olympic dreams were over, but has there anyone that has handled adversity worse in the moment? Because she should have been the most sympathetic figure, and so many people were like, "Really?" Like I've been hit in the knee many times, and why? It's just you didn't handle it well.
She was probably shocked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her knee basically fell off.
Yeah, they got the baton. Ha!
Yeah, that's all part of Nancy Kerrigan Assault Trivia.
All
Are
right.
you ready?
I am ready.
What do you know about the Nancy Kerrigan Assault? How old was Nance when she was whacked?
I think she was a little older. I think she'd been on the scene. So I'm going to say she was 26.
Wrong.
No?
32.
Oh, so I remember.
older.
Yeah, she was an older figure skater.
Yeah, that's why it was.
But
she
32.
was so
Yeah, it
sad.
was her last opportunity.
In what city did the attack occur? Do you guys remember that?
Houston? I don't know.
Detroit.
Detroit.
Yep. What was Nance about to go do?
She was practicing.
She was.
Was that the Olympic trials?
I think it was the U.S. Figure Skating Championships.
Yeah. Which
But either way.
I think that acts as their like that's who makes the team.
Yeah.
And I think wasn't she given like special exemption to get into the Olympics because assault?
Oh, well, that's later. We'll get to that.
Okay.
But in this instance, she was going to do a press conference.
Oh.
She was walking after she had just skated because she's a ice skater, you know?
Because she was wearing. I remember the little white tutu thing that she
had just
was
gotten
wearing.
off the ice, and now she was going to talk to the press about her sesh.
Can I ask you? Did Nancy Kerrigan ever do anything for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
She did.
You like what she had?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. What was used to take her down?
That was the baton, man.
But what kind of baton?
It was one of the collapsible batons, right?
Yes, a telescopic baton is what they call it.
Yeah, I remember that because that's like one of those you see like in a comedy where the guy pulls it out and like extends it and is like, let's go.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Which you think about that and you go, well, how was that so awful? You know, like,
well,
I mean look, it
you
took
got
her
hit
down.
You got hit with the
well,
metal bar.
I know, but it's not. Listen, that leads to my next question. Okay. And this is the part that I wonder how many people remember. What injury did she suffer?
It couldn't have been that bad because she skated at the Olympics.
Well, that's just it. It wasn't. we that whole thing was a huge deal.
Yeah.
Still talking about it, whatever, 30 years later, right?
Was it not like just a bad knee
It was
bruise?
a bruise.
That's it?
She bruised her effing knee.
Well, can I say that whoever was putting that together, whether you believe it was Tanya or Galuli, it wasn't exactly like a brain trust. If you're trying to take someone out, you can do worse than hitting someone in the knee with a metal bar. You know, at least, I don't know, maybe go with a nice stabbing. I'm not saying you need to shoot kneecap someone. Make someone believe it. You can't take someone out with a collapsible baton. That's no good. That's not going to get it done. Next time, call me. We'll help plan.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thought is like, oh, her career was over and her leg fell off.
Yeah.
None of that.
No.
She got bruised.
She got bruised. You got to make sure a ligament is torn. Maybe go with an Achilles next time.
Who actually carried out the attack? Do you remember that?
Ooh.
Wasn't it Galuli himself?
I
It
thought
was not.
that's why I was kind of thinking. So if
They
it's not
hired-
Galuli, was it the fat guy?
It was Shane Stant, and yes, he was the fat guy. I think
I thought
there was another guy, Galuli, and another guy, Eckhart or something.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
He didn't do it?
No, it was Shane Stant.
Oh. I always thought, like, to be honest with you, I thought it was Galuli because we always like joked like, he got Galuli'd.
Exactly.
Yeah, he didn't
Was
do it,
not.
huh? Oh.
Do you know why the attack was not caught on camera? Because the cameras were following her coming off the ice right before the attack.
Yeah.
And the cameras had her wailing on the ground after the attack. Why was the attack not caught on camera?
Well, I'm not certain that I knew that it wasn't on camera. There's not like a
You've never seen it? There's no
I think
video of the
if
attack.
you would have asked me, I think I probably would have said that, in the background somewhere that there was there was video. of
There
it.
probably would be today.
Huh. No, I've never thought of that.
So
Why wasn't it filmed?
Because Shane Stant was following the cameras, and he waited for them to turn off, and then he whacked her, and he ran. So the camera people had the cameras off, turned them immediately back on, filmed her going, why? And then Stant ran out, smashed a locked glass door, and got out of the arena.
Can we then say, actually, as dumb as they were, kind of smart move on the part of Shane Stant?
I mean, I wouldn't say smart.
Well, I mean,
They still got caught.
well, I know, but at least he
Nice
had the
try.
boy. I'll tell you what. I'm looking at Shane Stant. I completely had no. I'm blown away.
Did
It looks like a
Nance?
meathead.
No way.
Yeah,
January 6th just is Meathead Day.
it really is.
You know, something in the air.
Look at Galuli's mustache.
Did Nance participate in that year's Winter Olympics.
Yes.
Because that was the idea,
Yeah.
was to take her out of the Winter Olympics.
Didn't she play silver?
She won
She
silver.
did. She won silver. Now, did Tanya participate in those Winter Olympics?
That was the broken skate thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, she had a skate lace break or whatever.
And they let her like restart.
And she started crying.
Yeah.
Like a little bitch.
The best part is Casey knows all of this solely based on I, Tanya.
It's a great movie.
Is it?
It's a good movie.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
really
it was
great.
I thought it was good. I don't know about great. I thought it was good.
The mom is a real bitch.
And I have one other Nancy Kerrigan assault trivia question for you. How much money did Nance cash from the assault?
What do you mean? Nance got money from it?
That's the question.
How would she have gotten money from the assault?
I don't know. Lawsuit?
She sued. Boy,
I'm gonna guess $100,000.
100 grand?
huh? I don't know. 50?
$0.
$0.
She got nothing.
Well, why would she get something?
Well, if she sued, but she didn't.
She didn't.
So she got no money, but they're saying that she did make upwards of 100 grand, maybe north of that, in endorsements.
Do we know how much?
Because we all felt sorry for her.
Yeah. Why?
Even though she was a horrible woman, too.
Yeah, because I remember she was bitchy like during the Disneyland. Everyone gave her crap because she didn't want to wear the medal at the Disneyland.
She was kind of a bitch.
Yeah, she
that
was.
Lost in all of this was that Tanya was, well, lost in all of this is that Nancy Kerrigan was kind of a bitch.
Yes.
And no one really liked her.
Do we? How much did they pay Stant to hit her? What did
I don't know.
Hmm.
That was not in my Nancy Kerrigan assault trivia. I've failed you.
Because I was wondering, like, what would it take? Like, if you came to me and were like, "Hey, I need you to hit someone with a collapsible baton," I'm like, I can do that. It's within my realm.
Well, wouldn't you first say why? Like, why?
Well,
what is that going to do?
Well, I would assume. I'm guessing if you're.
I think if I know you, and I think I do, you would be like collapsible baton.
Let's get something better.
Let's get something a little better.
I'm just saying, if you're the sort of person that is willing to do that, I like how much does it. I just want to know what it costs, not to like kill someone, but to just hit someone with a metal baton. I'd be intrigued. Now I'm gonna have to do because I'm already on my Shane Stant thing here. There's got to be in here how much he was paid.
I want to say 35 grand, but I may
Tagged on
be
Nancy
wrong.
Kerrigan.
And
Stant's
that
payment is
Nancy Kerrigan assault trivia on this day, Jan 6, 1994.
So he did 18 months in prison.
Yeah.
And
Stant did?
Stant did.
How long did Galooly serve? He's the one that
I'm only on Stant. But you want to guess how much?
I just did.
Yeah, you said guess
35 grand.
Guess again.
5 grand?
$6,500.
Not
That's
a lot.
it.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Boy.
You know, the whole thing, it's so glorified.
Yeah. It's
Because
really
of-
lame at the
It is. Like, when you really think about what all went down, what a dumb situation. It basically knocked her out of the trials, which sucked.
Yeah.
But she had nothing,
Yeah.
nothing really happened. She got a bruise.
Yeah.
It was a stupid police baton. It was $6,500 by a bunch of white trash. And she went on and got silver in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a story there.
Yeah.
Except it was like the most sensational sports story of our time.
And we made movies about it. And it like you said, at the end of the day, it really is kind of a lame white trash plot between a bunch of hillbillies sitting around the dockside. Galooly got 2. He got 2 years.
2 years. Yeah.
And he had to pay $100 grand, which he didn't.
Is he still with us?
He didn't have.
You think he's out there? Jeff Galooly?
I don't know. Tanya, or did she die recently?
Harding?
Yeah.
No, she's not dead.
Are we certain?
Yes.
I thought
She's
something.
alive. She's alive.
Yeah,
I
she's
thought
not
something
dead.
bad happened.
She's around the area now.
I know she is.
Still.
Like people see her all the time. We had someone that used to deliver pizza to her. She said she was a large Pizza Hut Supreme stuffed crust.
She been to the West Salem Pizza Hut?
Ooh. I thought she may have passed.
Well, you just said you talk to people who see her all the time.
No, that have seen her. I know she's been in the area. I don't know why in my mind I thought maybe something bad had happened to
Very
her.
much alive.
Okay.
She is 55.
All right. I'm looking up Jeff Galooly. Him and his mustache. And I'm not going to lie. It's not my proudest moment. I saw the tape. Didn't we all?
Was it them? Was it those two?
Yeah, it was their honeymoon tape.
No, I haven't seen it.
And boy, it is.
I'm sure it's great.
It's no.
It makes me sad.
It does. If you've ever wanted to feel bad, just realize like you're watching this and you're like, oh my God.
You're a loser.
What do you think if Tanya Harding had not carried that out?
Yeah.
What do you think her reputation is?
Oh,
You know?
as just another, she would have been a footnote in figure skating because she didn't win any medals.
But I mean, around here,
yeah.
would she be on those We Love Portland
We
commercials?
got
with
lowercase
Joey
everywhere he
Harrington?
goes. She would have had a huge deal. She was the only one to do a triple axel.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's true.
Big deal.
It is that is a big deal. See, that's a man who knows his figure skating.
Dude, he was over here answering every question. That's why I gave him the mic. I'm like, dude, you got to get on and answer all these questions.
I love this.
Yeah.
Lowercase, big figure skating guy.
I remember my mom went to the town center to watch Tanya Harding skate around.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
She had the big old video camera.
Yes.
She brought it home. We watched it on VHS.
She would at the Lloyd Center, right?
The town center, Clackamas Town Center.
Yeah,
Oh,
Clackamas.
Clackamas. Okay, she would practice there, and people would go watch her. She's a big deal.
Yeah. I don't know.
Now shamed.
That's an interesting thing. Had she failed at the Olympics and she just would have vanished.
Or what if she had won silver at the Olympics?
Yeah.
Like
Or
if the
maybe she
Galuli
would have done Disney on Ice or something. Or look, you can't. This is gonna sound terrible.
Disney on Ice.
Well, you can't fix white trash, right?
No, I know.
You can't.
But
Mike,
you can kind of hide it.
Mike
a lot
Ne-
of baseball players do.
yeah.
They do.
Mike Ness, who's the lead singer of Social Distortion, always says this. You can take the boy out of the white trash, but you can't take the white trash out of the boy. Something tells me that Tanya would have, she would have gotten her.
She would have done something else.
She would have done something else. And I guess Galuli, by the way, I'm looking here. He's vanished, changed his name.
Oh.
He's
There's
under.
no traces of him anywhere.
Yeah,
that I can find.
he's vanished. He's completely underground.
Wow.
He is just he's
I wonder
a.
what his life's like.
I don't know. I just saw an article saying that
Do you think he lives a life where nobody knows he's Jeff Galooly?
that's what it sounds like. So I found an article and it was from last year and it said in search of Jeff Galooly, and I'm reading through it and it said that he vanished years ago. They said people that the rumor is that he looks nothing like himself, that he's completely changed his appearance. He doesn't have he changed his name and he is just full on under the radar, nothing,
Is he that new guy in sales?
Wouldn't that be?
I am Jeff Galooly.
God.
Well, and you know what? Can I
Well-
give Galooly an attaboy real quick?
We need to go, but
I want to give him an attaboy.
Can you?
I do. I want to give him an attaboy.
sure.
Because you look at anyone that
Sure.
has this sort of infamous douche thing, right? Who is the guy that got his penis cut off?
John Wayne Bobbitt.
That
Or
guy,
no,
yeah,
John
yeah.
Bobbitt.
John Bobbitt, right? That guy ended up making a porn called Franken Penis. Like all these idiots, they end up on the Real Housewives of something, Basketball Wives, some
I
sort of
wanted that
horse
role.
crap, VH1 reality show, Mickey Rourke. Galooly did the right thing by everybody and just disappeared. Because if that idiot wanted to, he probably could have cashed in on his 15 minutes of infamy, and he didn't. He just did the respectable thing and said, I'm white trash and I'm just going to vanish and not have a mustache anymore. And he's probably working a 9-to-5 job somewhere in construction, just minding his own business in Asheville, North Carolina. So to you, Jeff Galooly, a.k.a. Rico Sanchez, or whatever the hell your name is, I salute you for not being a crappy D-list celebrity.
All right, there's a little break from the action. A little Nance Kerrigan.
If anybody knows him, let's get this segment out to him so he knows he's well liked.
What if
out
he's a
there.
listener
Yeah. What?
and he
Text
can't
him.
come forward?
Just know you have my respect. Not much, but you have it.
Yeah, text us, Jeff Galooly.
Someone's right. Tanya would have ended up doing OnlyFans. That's what would have happened.
She's probably on there anyway.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's paying for that.
What's Kerrigan doing now? Do we know?
Go to break. I'll find out.
Finally, an end to that segment. All right, we were going to talk about Fernando Mendoza, but we probably won't have time, so let's see what we do next on The Fan.
The Fan is live on YouTube, Twitch, and now Window Nation brings you The Window into the Fan on-demand YouTube video shorts with your favorite fan shows and hosts. The Window into the Fan is brought to you by Window Nation. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com to schedule your free in-home estimate. Watch Window Nation's Window into the Fan every day on YouTube with The Fan.
Peekaboo!
Sports Network.
Now, here's a quick look
So I have Jeff Gillooly info here, and I'm sure you have Nancy Kerrigan info here.
Yeah. By the way, it also turns out I'm following Tanya Harding on Twitter. Didn't even know.
Yeah, we were just looking at her Twitter handle.
Yeah.
She is on there, although she hasn't tweeted since July, and her last 2 tweets are, "My name is Tanya Harding.
Yeah.
What's yours?"
So
That's her tweet.
So when I looked up when Steven said that she's on Twitter, I looked it up and I was like, oh, I'm following her. I'm like, I didn't know that, and then I realized, no, well, that's all she's tweeting.
Why do you think she would tweet, "My name is Tanya, what's yours"?
I don't know.
Psychotic break.
It's possible. Yeah, maybe she's looking for some sort of interaction.
Because her first tweet was a video of her introducing herself.
Okay.
I wonder if she's aware at one point that we did Tanya Harding erotic fiction on this program.
She's probably quite proud. Now,
Hey everyone, I am Tanya Harding, and I am on X. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Happy New Year. Join me there, and let's chat it up. Love you. God bless.
Well,
so generic.
Yeah.
God.
That was her. Yeah.
People are like, "Oh,
It's very
great."
very O.J. Simpson of her. Hey, world.
Go Owls.
It is a very exciting time.
So Gillooly changed. So Dave on 205, one of our texters,
Yeah.
said that he is ashamed of this, but he does remember that Jeff Gillooly switched his name to Jeff Stone.
Great name, by the way.
So I looked that up.
Yeah.
And on the San Francisco paper, SF Gate,
Yeah.
there's an article about when Gillooly got out of prison. He only served 7 months, by the way.
So he got 2 years, but he only served 7.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
When he got out of prison, he wanted to change his name to Jeff Stone. Well, the mayor of Temecula's name was Jeff Stone, and he was not having it. And he was going, well, wait a minute, this is going to sully my name. I am the mayor of Temecula, California. Yeah. And so he took him to court.
Over Jeff Stone?
And there was Gillooly wasn't at the hearing, but Jeff Stone, mayor of Temecula, was.
Yeah.
And the judge shot it down in like 10 minutes and allowed Gillooly to change his name to Jeff Stone.
Look, again.
So if you know a Jeff Stone,
Look,
might be Gillooly.
I'm giving this a kudos. Not only do I respect him for disappearing, great choice of a name. Like, look, no one wants to be a Gillooly. He should have changed it years ago. Look, if I met a Jeff Stone, I would instantly think that's a man of high character. Who's your attorney? Jeff Stone, attorney at law. I need a general contractor? Jeff Stone. It's a great name.
Last thing I was thinking about before we turn the page on this GD topic, I was thinking about lowercase, and it's just fascinating to me. So he's 24.
Yeah.
He was born in 2001 or 2000. Well, yeah, 2001. And this happened in 1994.
Yeah.
Okay. And yet he's fascinated by it. He knows everything about it.
Mhm.
What is your Nancy Kerrigan attack? What is your version of that? Like, do you have something that you weren't alive for that you are fascinated with and learned everything about?
Interesting.
Like lowercase has. Because lowercase was not alive when this occurred. Far from it.
No, he did not. That's intriguing. I'm gonna have to think on that one a little bit. Something that I got really fascinated by. Well, I guess maybe.
So this is like 6 years before he was born?
6
7 years?
Yeah.
So you were born in 77?
He just told me he was born 3 days before 9/11.
That's rough.
Yeah.
So he was alive. But
Yeah,
makes me
but
feel really old.
Well, he was alive, for 9/11,
right.
but not for Nancy Kerrigan.
Right, just made me feel really old there. It just shows how young he actually is.
Yeah, he's very young. He's younger than my kid.
Oh yeah. Dude, that happens to me all the time now. Because my kids are old for my age, and so that happens all the time. I meet someone and they've got like a 4-year-old, and they're you. I'm like,
sounds horrible.
I got a kid that's almost 30. What do you want from me? I'm an old man.
Yeah, for me, I'm trying to think of like the big scandals of the 60s. I was born in 75.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess for me, it would probably be like the JFK assassination, right? Yeah. Like obviously way before my time, but I have done. I've been to Dallas. I've done the tour. I've read books. I've watched documentaries. That's probably one that I've spent way too much time poking around for something that happened long before I was live. But that one had major significance to it. Some of the Ali stuff, I'm a big boxing fan. So like Ali Frazier, Ali Foreman, way before my time. And I don't know why, but I gravitate like some of the Four Kings era of Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns and Marvin Hagler. Either I was not born yet or I was just a baby when that stuff happened, and I really got into that. I've gone back and I've watched so many of those fights, and I'm so intrigued by them, and I wasn't born. So that's from a sports version of that. I'm trying to think of something that was like scandalous.
DB Cooper.
That's a good one.
DB Cooper.
I think a lot of people spend, and that's really dumb and insignificant. It is. Again, it wasn't that much money. Wasn't it like $100,000, $200,000, something like that? It was not millions of dollars. It was a very small amount of money. Escape from Alcatraz, that's another one, right?
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Challenger. Although I was alive.
Yeah, I was alive for that.
200,000 for DB Cooper.
200,000.
That's it.
That's nothing.
Huh.
And
Can't say I knew that.
And that thing has stuck around for forever. For some reason, the Challenger blowing up would be a big one.
I remember the teachers saying we have to go to the library, and they roll out, the cart that they rolled out with the TV on it.
Yep.
And they would put it at the front, and all the classrooms piled into our big library and watched the Challenger.
Yep. Because we had the same thing, except they wheeled ours in, so we didn't go anywhere. But I do remember because I was like 85, 86-ish, right? When that blew up, and I do remember the quiet turning off of the TV, and then like no one really teacher.
Well, then we had to talk about it. Yeah, they led a discussion.
Oh, we didn't.
Oh, yeah?
No, we just kind of we moved on. I think we went to
All right, now to recess. Go process that, kids. Good luck.
We went to recess, and then it was just, let's never speak of this again. Yeah.
All right. In the news is coming up next. The troops are standing down as your fearless leader has rid Portland of crime, Jason.
Thank God.
That's next. But first, here's Stephen with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Oregon Ducks in a little bit of trouble at the running back position as their running back Jordan Davison suffered a broken clavicle against Texas Tech and will very likely not play for the rest of the playoffs. Davison 15 touchdowns on the season for the true freshman. Combine that with the news that Jaden Lamar and Jay Harris are in the transfer portal. Ducks maybe thin for the semifinal game against Indiana, where the Hoosiers are 3.5-point favorites. Ole Miss, they are playing against Miami in the other semifinal, and LSU with Lane Kiffin. They have allowed their offensive coordinator Charlie Weiss Jr. and running backs coach Kevin Smith to continue coaching for Ole Miss in its playoff game, while co-offensive coordinator Joe Cox and passing game coordinator George McDonald will not be coaching in the Fiesta Bowl for the Ole Miss Rebels. Multiple sources have confirmed that the Ravens are firing John Harbaugh. Harbaugh has been the head coach of the Ravens since 2008, won a Super Bowl in 2012, and now, according to numerous sources, he has emerged as a favorite for numerous jobs, including the New York Giants. Trailblazers won their third game in a row last night, beating the Jazz 137-117. Denny Avdia led the way, 33 points, 9 assists. Next up for the Blazers, a game on Wednesday from the Moda Center against the Houston Rockets. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and messy work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
Your home for the Oregon Ducks, the Fan Sports Network, 105.1
You're asking, lowercase is 24. He's fascinated by the 1994 Nancy Kerrigan attack. Tanya Harding. And we were asking what is our version of that. I think I figured it out. I needed to think about it and have some suggestions roll in on the text line.
Some clarity, if you will.
It's the Charles Manson murders.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
that's
that a good one.
Yeah, because in just Charles Manson in general.
Sure.
Because at that age, I was fascinated by the idea of the...
Well, I mean, everyone was. He became a...
Yeah.
I mean, Charles Manson is one of the... How do you say this? I don't think he's bad. He's just a... Well, he is a cult.
He's an infamous figure.
He's an infamous figure. Yeah. One of the most infamous. And again, in the grand scheme of things... Look, it was what, 3 murders, right? Or was it 4? How many people died? I think it was...
I don't know.
It's a couple.
Should I know that?
So, I mean, again, in the grand scheme of things, why did that one particular thing...
Well, it was because of how it all went down.
And who it was.
And how crazy he was.
Yes. So he became...
Wild story.
He became an...
and then there was a movie, and I learned from the movie.
9 murders, by the way.
9?
Yeah.
That was more than I thought.
Yeah. Look at you.
I'm trying to down.
Selling him short.
Yeah.
Insurrectionist.
Sorry, Charlie. He's dead.
Yeah, he did die, but he hung on for a long time.
Yeah, he did.
That guy.
Yeah.
All right, it is January 6, 2026, your day. It is time for In the News.
Happy to all those who celebrate.
I am your noted and humble newsman. Today it is brought to you by, well, it's always brought to you by the Advocates, Injury Attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Yeah. We have National Bean Day today.
Oh, really?
I don't like beans.
I don't mind beans. It's just, they're I don't know, they're there.
I think they're gross.
Yeah. If I
don't like their texture.
If I order something and it has beans in it, I'm not going to complain.
Oh, I am.
But I'm not going to ask.
There are 3 things that I will order without. It must come out. Well, if they're in them, I won't order it.
Yeah.
But if I have to, I'd ask for it to be removed. Beans, mushrooms, and olives. Those 3 items.
I could see that.
I'm out on all 3.
Now, if you gave me a nice barbecue plate of baked beans, like a nice Bush's baked beans.
Yeah, that's the best way to eat beans.
I'm fine with that.
Because it's just slop barbecue.
Yeah, it's just barbecue, and you throw some bacon in there, a bunch of brown sugar. But like in a burrito, if you give me beans on a burrito or maybe a bean dip, I'm fine with it. But if beans left my my palate forever, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, we could get rid of all beans.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Sacrifice the beans.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
It is also National Take Down the Christmas Tree Day.
Still haven't done it. Mine's still up.
Yeah, I took down the decorations today. It's a pain in the ass.
I need to do it, but I'm lazy and then the weather's bad and I don't want to get on the roof.
I took the lights down today.
Yeah.
That's what I did. And I hated it.
It was the worst.
I have thought about asking the wife, like, should we just leave these up?
Can I tell you that I am in discussion right now
You're in negotiations?
I'm in negotiations with the BTJ
Just leave them up.
to go permanent lights.
A lot of people do.
But I understand that if I'm going to go permanent lights, it can't be the ones that we currently have. I have to get lights that can double as both
all-purpose
lights. The ones we have now are very Christmassy. They're white and the alternate, the big bulbs, white and red, and they don't really work for anything else. They don't blend in with anything else in the house. But I'm in negotiation that if I get some cool like LED strip lights that can change all different colors, could I keep them up all year? It's a work in progress. It's gonna have to take some
worth the fight.
It's gonna take some delicate negotiations. We're in Greenland right now. I'm making some threats. We're doing some posturing. I'm confident that eventually I'm gonna get my year-round lights.
But we as men pick and choose our battles.
Yeah,
that's one I think you die on that hill.
I want them.
Well, I mean, it's a pain in the ass.
It is, and I like exterior lighting. I'm a big fan of it. Want to light up a tree or two? Come on, let's go.
The troops are going home, Jason.
Did we ever determine if the troops were even here? I still don't have a clear answer on that.
They were here.
In war-torn Portland?
Yes.
What did they do?
Well, that I can't tell you. But there were some 500 National Guard troops that the feds used to support immigration enforcement operations.
Okay.
Here in Portland, also in Illinois, also in Southern California.
Yeah.
All of them have been sent home.
So do I feel safer? Is that why I've been feeling so safe lately in my city?
According to your fearless leader, he has rid Portland of crime.
Oh.
And that is why they're going home.
There's no more crime.
The alternative facts are that they lost in court. But
no, I want to go with the no crime.
So you choose your own adventure there?
No crime. So we're all good.
But yeah, they're going home.
You know, I was going down to Pioneer Courthouse Square the other day to score some blow, and I thought to myself, man, this is so safe. I've never felt better about buying my drugs. And now I know who to thank. Thank you.
It's not a lie if you believe it.
Damn straight.
Cherry Pow Pow alert.
What, I thought we had no Cherry Pow Pow. We closed. We opened, then we closed. We're back open.
A winter storm warning is now in effect for the Oregon and Washington Cascades. The warning is for both the west and east sides of the mountain range. Several feet of fresh pow are expected to fall over the next 48 hours. Drivers heading over highway passes will see winter driving conditions. It's on, bro.
Let's go.
Let's shred, bro. My kids are going up there tomorrow.
Are they?
Yeah. They always have to borrow our car.
The mighty Subaru?
Well, not my old Subaru.
Oh.
My 2014 gold Subaru.
The different Subaru.
The other Subaru. The nice Subaru.
The nice Subaru. With symmetrical all-wheel drive,
Although
because
my
regular
wife-
all-wheel drive is not going to get it done.
My wife came to me last night. She was like, the kids want to borrow one of our cars.
Yeah.
For the, they're going to go up the mountain. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, yours is much better suited.
Yeah.
And then she looks at me like, ah. And I said, are you being selfish? And she goes, kind of. I'm like, give them your car. You don't want them to die up there. Come on.
What kind of car do they have?
A Honda Accord, and I forget what she drives. But it's not snow-worthy.
They're in the Pacific Northwest, and they're driving an Accord, and isn't that on them?
Well, yeah, but I mean, you remember when you had your first car and it was
Yeah,
paid for? Like,
that's
you didn't
true.
want
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Like, why do you want a car payment?
Yeah.
You know, pay a bunch of cash for a.
My son drives an Elantra for that reason, and
It's
probably
paid off.
and will drive one for
Well,
many.
why do you think I drive a 2014 gold Subaru?
Well, because that
paid off and it's in great shape.
Because that car is teased. I've ridden in the Subaru. Let me tell you,
I'm almost out of toothpicks.
it's a sweet. How did you go through that many toothpicks?
Well, I do it every day. Man. You know, especially here if I eat these candies that we
Yeah.
have here, I gotta.
If you have the privilege of getting in the 2014 Gold Subaru, you will see the world's greatest collection of toothpicks.
Change your life.
Yeah.
Smells great. So clean. Got the winter mats in there now.
Man,
Got my golf clubs in the back.
living the dream.
It's a vibe right there.
It is a vibe.
Such a vibe.
Yeah.
All right.
And by the way, in every relationship, there's always one car that you let people borrow, and that's the missus' car. I don't loan out. Like, anytime the kids want to use a car, it's not mine.
What is it the missus drive?
She's got a Ford Bronco.
Oh.
Yeah. So that goes.
And you drive like a Jaguar or something?
No, I have a very sensible EV is what I have.
No, you don't.
I'm driving an electrical vehicle. It's an EV.
It was like a Maserati or something?
No, it's not a Maserati.
You're a big radio guy.
It's
You
a
make big radio
nice. I'm saving the planet, right? I have green energy. I drive an EV, and my kids aren't driving my car. They need to borrow a car. Take the Bronco.
money. All right. Remember the Alaska Airlines door plug incident?
I do remember that.
We have more.
Yeah, for God's sakes.
That's next on In the News on The Fan.
This is the fan's window into sports. A view into today's top stories. Brought to you by Window Nation. Online at windownation.com.
Back him up, GP, back him up, Steve Reagan, fire on him.
He's already gone.
Steve banging Inglewood right now. Inglewood, get him, Steve. You and Inglewood, Steve. The Arizona Wildcat that came out and look at him.
Oh, my God. Apparently that's Snoop.
Yeah.
Who was calling NBA action.
There
last
is
I can't remember. Dude, it feels like it has been 100 years since COVID.
It really does.
With everything that's happened.
Yeah.
But, the insurrection, Nancy Kerrigan attack, Colin Cowherd's birthday.
I remember, because he looks pretty good now. I mean, he's 62. I remember when he switched to Fox and he went out to L.A. and he did that bad dye job. God, that was hilarious. The young, energetic Colin Cowherd.
But hey, you got to give him credit. He righted it wrong.
He righted it.
Corrected the mistake.
2021, by the way, is the, so we're at the 5-year anniversary.
5 years ago?
5 years ago.
Where were you when?
Sitting in a garage somewhere.
No, you weren't.
As far as you know.
You were in the West Wing. We saw you.
You saw glimpses.
What?
What?
One more story. The Alaskan Airlines pilot who was flying the plane where the door plug went kaput.
Yeah.
He is suing Boeing.
Come again?
Yes, the pilot. He is suing Boeing. He is claiming the company blamed him after their door plug blew out.
How is it the pilot's fault that the door fell off?
He is asking for at least $10 million US, citing harm to his professional reputation and emotional distress.
Look, we joke all the time about frivolous lawsuits and the advocates. Let me tell you something, buddy. Who the hell is giving you $10 million? Somehow explain to me how it got blamed on you. I never heard, and we talked about that story a bunch. I never heard one person be like, I bet it was that damn pilot's fault.
Captain Brandon Fisher is his name. The incident happened just 6 minutes after the flight departed at 16,000 feet when a panel near the back of the plane blew out, violently depressurizing the aircraft midair. A door plug had blown out in row 26, leaving a gaping hole in the fuselage and forcing an emergency landing. Passengers described oxygen masks dropping from the ceiling and the flight crew scrambling to get the plane on the ground safely. Fisher's attorney argues that statement unfairly pointed... Oh, okay. Timeout. All 171 passengers and crew members survived, but according to Fisher's lawsuit, instead of being praised for his actions in the cockpit, Boeing initially placed blame on him. When passengers filed a class action lawsuit in March, Boeing denied liability, stating its products were improperly maintained or misused by persons and or entities other than Boeing. So they did, in court, say, pilot sucked. Can you believe that door plug blew out? Screw that pilot.
A-hole was up there rattling that plane.
Fisher's attorney argues that statement unfairly pointed the finger at the pilot. The lawsuit says this accusation, despite its lacking any semblance of truth, only heightened the emotional impact and distress experienced by Captain Fisher.
I'll tell you right now, anyone wants to blame me for something that wasn't my fault and give me $10 million, I will take all the blame. Shower me with your judgment and $10 million.
It adds that it was clear Boeing's words were directed at Captain Fisher in an attempt to paint him as the scapegoat for Boeing's numerous failures. Whatever ended up happening with that lawsuit? I assume they paid him a bunch of money.
Boeing has killed so many people, and they don't... Remember, like, Boeing was evil for like a year, and it didn't matter. They just wrote checks. No one went to prison. And that one wasn't even bad. They've had planes that have actually crashed and killed hundreds of people due to their own misgivings, and everyone's like, what are you going to do? It's only like 2 airplane manufacturers. What, are you going to fly all Airbuses?
That is in the news for Jan 6, 2026. As always, brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Let's get to headlines next. A firing in the NFL and Will Stein with a quarterback coup. That when we return here on The Fan.
I'm Pierre Palazzolo.
From the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Oregon running back Jordan Davison. He suffered a broken clavicle against Texas Tech in the College Football Playoff quarterfinal, and he will very likely not play for the rest of the playoffs for the Oregon Ducks. Davison, 15 touchdowns this year. Combine that with the news that Jaden Lamar and Jay Harris, two of the other Duck running backs, are in the transfer portal, and Oregon may be down to 2 running backs as they go into their semifinal game against Indiana, where the Hoosiers are 3.5-point favorites. LSU, their administration is going to allow offensive coordinator Charlie Weiss Jr. and running backs coach Kevin Smith to continue coaching for the Ole Miss Rebels as they get set to take on Miami in the other CFP semifinal, while co-offensive coordinator Joe Cox and passing game coordinator George McDonald will not be coaching in that Fiesta Bowl game for the Ole Miss Rebels. Ravens are firing John Harbaugh after the Ravens lost to the Steelers on Sunday night and missed out on the playoffs. Harbaugh had been the coach of the Ravens since 2008 and led them to a Super Bowl in 2012. Adam Schefter reporting that Harbaugh has been in talks with numerous different teams for their head coaching gigs. The Trailblazers won their third game in a row last night, beating the Jazz 137-117. Denny Advia leads the way, 33 points, 9 assists for the potential All-Star. Next up for the Blazers, the game on Wednesday from the Moda Center against the Houston Rockets. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Steve Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Recruiting with Andrew Nemec, Thursday evenings.
Beautiful Milwaukee, Oregon. More specifically, Oak Grove.
The OG, baby.
The OG. He is with us at the age of 38. Formerly with...
It's probably got to be the oldest producer you guys have gotten, huh?
Well, Swigard's older than you. He was our first producer.
But to start.
As a rookie. A 38-year-old rookie here.
You're like that Dennis.
Well, wait.
You're like that Dennis Quaid movie.
Yeah.
Was it Swag a rookie when he started with us?
No.
He was our wasn't he our first producer?
Yeah, but he wasn't 38. That was 20. That was 20 years ago, and he's like 50. I want to say Swag's like 52, 53.
I think he's older than that.
Is he really?
I don't know.
I don't think he's that old.
Boy, that makes me feel old. That you're saying Swag was younger than 38 when he was on our show.
I believe
I'm gonna
so.
have to text him.
We'll see how old he is, because that would have been 20, 21 years ago because he was our first producer.
He was our first.
And so if he's like 58. But I think he's
not 58.
I think he's like 53-ish.
I want to say he's 55.
That old son of a bitch.
Maybe 70. Going on 80.
He is a fascinating creature. If we ever did an all-time like fan, I don't know, like the story of the fan, Swigard, he would be the star of the whole thing.
He's fantastic.
He is.
Yep.
There's just there is many layers to one Jason Swigard.
Well, anyway, we're very happy to have Stephen with us on a permanent basis now moving forward. I do have some promoting to do as the Oregon game against Indiana, the college football playoff semifinal.
Yeah, see, you rolled your way into the semis.
Is here on the Fan Friday. The Ducks in the Peach Bowl, and the Fan is hitting the road. We are having a watch party at the Thirsty Lion Washington Square location. I used to hang out there all the time.
Yeah, the old Thirsty. Who was the owner with the crazy hair?
Now that I don't
or
remember.
that was maybe I'm thinking of the old.
No, you're thinking of the cheerful
the
tortoise.
cheerful tortoise.
Yeah, Robert
Sorry, yeah,
Jackson.
yeah,
yeah, he's an animal. But the Thirsty used to be kind of in my old stomping grounds. I
Yeah.
used to drink there a lot.
Yeah.
Haven't been there in a long time, but Dirt and Anthony Newman will get things started with Ducks Game Day presented by Coors Light. They'll be on location at noon. That's this Friday, January 9th, at the Thirsty Lion Washington Square location for the rematch of Oregon, Indiana in the college football playoff semifinal. So some headlines today. John Harbaugh did get fired.
Yeah.
We discussed it earlier. He won 61% of his games, and he won a Super Bowl in 18 seasons. Pretty damn strong.
Yeah, 12 playoff appearances, the Super Bowl. Problem is that in 7 years with Lamar Jackson, who's won 2 MVPs, should have won 3, they've never been able to get past the AFC title game, and they lose in brutal ways.
Dude, his ability to blow a football game,
Yes.
it's not all him, but there's something about a head coach who continually blows football games.
Yeah.
There's something to that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. They can blow any game, anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
And it's weird. So that kick, I saw a funny little meme that obviously the Ravens that missed the kick to win the game. I saw that there was the photo of the uprights, and in the middle of it was Tomlin fired, to the left and right fire Harbaugh, and it's probably true. If that kick goes in the middle, we're talking about, and the exact same conversation we're having right now about John Harbaugh, we're having about Tomlin, because he's been there, about the same time, 16, 18 years, Super Bowl, all the playoff appearances. We'd be having the exact same conversation about Mike Tomlin that we are about John Harbaugh, simply based on whether that kick went in or not.
Yeah, they're two longest tenure head coaches, obviously, with their respective teams there. I think you're right, because there's been talk, going into the last couple of weeks, everyone said the Steelers were done. They were going to fire Tomlin anyway, get ready, for that firing. It goes wide, and he's safe, and Harbaugh's gone.
Tomlin's been there
but
for
is
one
Tomlin
more.
safe? I could see a scenario where
If they get blown out,
I could see a scenario where Tomlin steps down.
yes. If they get blown out, I could see a mutual parting of ways.
And Rodgers is done.
Yes, and Rodgers is going to be done. So
Depends on how much TV pays Mike Tomlin.
yeah. And by the way, if Tomlin were to get fired and when Harbaugh got fired, either way, if I'm the Arizona Cardinals, I am on the phone right now, or the Raiders.
What team wouldn't want John Harbaugh?
I think there's an idea that if I am looking, Pete Carroll was hired by the Raiders because they said they wanted an adult in the building, they wanted a culture shift, and they wanted some stability, right? And maybe with Harbaugh and Tomlin, maybe the high end isn't quite what you want it, right? Both have a kind of a history of good, not great, and even though they both have a Super Bowl, and maybe just stale or old school, but they're professionals, and the floor is very high. Even if the ceiling isn't Andy Reid or John Gruden or whatever, the floor is very high. And for an organization looking to dig their way out of the quagmire that they're in, and I would say Arizona, I would say Cleveland, I would say the Raiders, go get yourself an adult in the room. Are there flaws with those guys? Sure. John Harbaugh should be on a plane to Arizona right now with a blank check saying, what do I need for you to come here and install the same culture that was in Baltimore down here in Arizona?
A couple of other notes. Will Stein has flipped Kenny Menchie, the Notre Dame quarterback, or he was the backup at Notre Dame.
He lost out to CJ Carr by a whisper, but people think he's going to be good.
Well, yesterday, he's a 5-star kid, I think.
Yeah.
Yesterday, we told you he was going to Nebraska.
That's so fast.
And now Will Stein got him at Kentucky.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why that guy died at the sports bar up there in Vancouver.
Maybe they were talking crap. Yeah, that guy did die over Nebraska football, which is just... Still can't believe that happened. They arrested that guy today, by the way.
Well, yeah.
No, but he turned himself in, and it's on video.
Took a couple days.
It's kind of scary. He showed up at the police station to turn himself in, and they still did the get on the ground. And I guess when you murder someone, you don't just get to show up at the police station and be like, you got me.
You lost all trust at that point.
Yeah.
Do we know his team? So if you don't know, this was at what was the sports bar?
It was the off-ramp. It's right by my house, like maybe a mile from where I live.
The off-ramp sports bar in Vancouver.
Yeah, right off 205 in Mill Plain.
There was a shooting over the weekend because 2 guys got in a fight about sports.
Yeah.
The guy who died was a Nebraska fan.
Yes.
And apparently he had poked back at the guy who shot him about his team. Do we know who his team was?
No, I don't. It's just so the guy was wearing a Nebraska hat.
I hope it's not Kansas.
One dude was making fun of Nebraska football. Nebraska guy went back at him, and I guess it got a little personal.
What if it's BYU guy?
Boy, if there's a team that is not going to shoot someone over making fun of your team, it's BYU.
It's you guys, yeah.
And I guess like one of the guy's final words were like, "Sorry, I didn't mean anything by it," and the dude unloaded on him.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And that would be why you just treat everyone with respect. You don't need to fight about sports. No one cares. No. Just get along. Buy each other a shot. Yeah. Good grief.
Of all the things to die over, Nebraska football.
By the way, Swag is in. He said he was around 35 when he started on our show. Right. So you're right.
Yeah.
So that makes him about 55 now. But he's younger than Steven. So Steven is our oldest producer ever. Oldest rookie. Wow. That's great.
Feels good.
I was just about to ask you, how does that make you feel?
Part of history,
Yeah.
Can't take this away from me.
That's right. Well, yes, we can. We can fire you and hire a 45-year-old.
That's true. That's the thing. Once you fire me, you got to get someone older. If it's someone younger than me, I'll be mad. But if you fire me for someone older, I'll be all right.
A cagey veteran.
Yeah.
Cliff Kingsbury lost his job. He and the commies, they say, parted ways. But and then
by the way,
the defensive coordinator was fired there too.
Well, Dan Quinn took over the play calling duty, so that's writing on the wall. Same thing. The Lions fired their OC after Dan Campbell ended up taking over the play calling duty. So if you lose your ability to call plays, something tells me you want to start looking for a new place to work. But that Washington thing is bizarre. Like they went from like the fifth best offense with this rookie, quarterback that was just a dynamo in Kingsbury, and oh my God, and then they traded for guys and they went all in with Debo and signed McLaurin and, got an old defense. And this year it just, the whole thing fell apart. And now you're going to have an all new staff. You don't know what's happening with your quarterback. And he only played in like 6 or 7 games this year. You're kind of not in the best roster space. Like, that it's weird how quick those little flashes pop in the NFL, and you see the Colts and you think you're right there, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, we are so far from anywhere if you're the Commanders.
Or
right
you're
now.
the Ravens and you're there every year and then you still don't win.
You still don't win.
And you fire your coach.
Yep.
Matt Eberflus is out as defensive coordinator in Dallas. A lot of smoke around Pete Carroll maybe there.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's internet.
To be
Pete. Maybe Flores or
Pete
Raheem Morris.
Pete will be coaching in whatever. What's the UF? Is it the UFL? What's the Rocks now?
I don't know.
He'll be doing.
You
that.
always ask that. I don't know.
Well,
there
is a spring league.
Yeah, so tell us what it is.
Nah, Pete Carroll will be coaching in that. He'll be with Bob Stoops coaching the Battlehawks or I don't know, the Riverboat something or other.
By the way, this guy's right on the text line. Are we sure the murder wasn't over Nebraska basketball?
No.
They are pretty good this year.
Yeah, I saw that.
He would fit right in with the UFL coaches. Ricky Prohl, Bob Stoops, Skip Holtz, Kevin Sumlin, Ted Ginn Jr.
Yeah.
Kevin Sumlin.
Yes.
Pete Carroll, get him there.
Dude, he would be the king of those guys. Mike Riley coached there for a while. That's what you do. When you can't find anything else, you go coach the UFL.
We went down to Pac-12 Media Day many years and interviewed all the coaches for many, many years. There was only one that showed up reeking of alcohol. One. In all of our years.
Bloodshot.
And I was like, whoa, somebody had a night. And it was Kevin Sumlin. Yeah.
Not Sark?
No. Surprisingly,
shockingly.
Sark was super cool. Yeah. But he never well, he probably did reek of alcohol. I just didn't smell. Right. Sumlin, it was pungent.
Sumlin had a anyways, right? Sumlin had a reputation not only for maybe enjoying himself, but like there were a lot of those coaches that would they would have like coaches parties, and regular members of the media were not necessarily invited. Shockingly enough, a lot of the young, pretty sideline reporters and those types were invited, and there are a lot of rumors that maybe Kevin was doing a lot of those invites. Just saying. Like to have a
different time.
It's different time. Actually, it's not a different time. It's
not at all.
It's the same. Look at Sharon Moore, and
that's very true.
You'd be surprised at how many of the
who's coaching the UFL first, Pete Carroll or Sharon Moore?
Oh, there you go, Sharon.
I don't think Pete Carroll needs it. Sharon might.
He might
need it.
Yeah.
By the way, I have the odds on the Ravens' next head coach real quick. Just came across my email here. Chris Shula, 3-1.
Where is Chris Shula at?
No idea.
I can't say I know that.
Jesse Minter, 3.5 to 1,
That's
and
the
then Cliff Kingsbury 5 to 1.
So Minter's the DC.
Shula's the DC with the Rams.
Okay, DC with the Rams, and we had the DC with the Chargers, and then Kingsbury, huh?
Well, I mean that's just one. It's betonline.ag that sent that.
I will tell you that if you are looking for a job, the best job right now, I mean, there's like 6 openings. The Ravens, it's not even close.
Can you? Well, now it is, but let's hold that thought because I do want to have a segment on what are the best jobs?
Actually,
and
there's
what are
7
the
now
worst
that the Raiders are open. So
yeah, 7.
The Ravens, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get to that. One other note, one other headline: Trae Young reportedly in his final days with the Hawks. We hardly knew ye.
Yeah, no one really wants him
with his little baby hair.
Same thing with kind of Ja Morant, like all these guys at one point were like stars, and now everyone's like,
He's a classic. He's CJ McCollum.
Yeah,
he's like the guy that will go to the bad team and put up 25 a game and make a bunch of money and sail off into the sunset, never doing anything for anybody.
The undersized guards that don't play defense,
exactly,
they don't last a long time with your team. If you want to build,
wait, I have an idea. The Blazers should get him.
Yes, let's do it.
They haven't had one of these for a while.
3-guard lineup. Let's go.
Bring CJ back too. Why not?
Siege. By the way, the Mavs and the Wizards are thought to be the favorites to land.
CJ McCollum's on the Wizards.
Trae Young. Exactly. Exactly my point.
I'll tell you what. Trae Young going to the Wizards is the most appropriate thing that you could just make it happen.
I just assumed the Kings were going to be on that list too.
There you go. Maybe the Pelicans.
Yeah.
Just send him there.
Watch Trae Young and Siege team up and storm up to the top of the West.
Dame CJ part 2.
All the way to number 6.
All right. Coming up next, who do Duck fans want to play in the title game? We'll take a look at that when we return on The Fan.
The Oregon Ducks live on The Fan.
Gonna keep it, run right. Oh, no doubt. Touchdown, Bryce Betcher.
I'm wondering, do Duck fans want to play Miami if they get by Indiana? Or would you rather play Ole Miss?
I think if you are being realistic, I think you'd rather play Ole Miss.
But the Cristobal thing, though, isn't that interesting?
I think it's interesting, but I also think, one, I think Miami's defense scares you more than anything that Ole Miss has to offer. Plus the idea of, my God, if you lose to Mario Cristobal and the Miami Hurricanes, I just don't think you can handle it. So,
but don't you want to beat him, though?
Yeah, but that's another coin flip game, and I just don't think if you're Oregon, if you're being realistic, I don't think you want that on the table.
Well,
Duck fan could not survive a Cristobal loss in the national championship.
Fold the program.
Yes,
it's over.
Dirt may die,
but the odds are about the same. So I'm looking here, and this is, remember, Miami gets to play in Miami.
Yeah,
they get to play in their home stadium if they beat Ole Miss.
Yeah,
but they will be the road team.
Yes,
because they will be the lower seed.
And while there obviously
the higher seed.
There will be a lot of Miami fans there. Those tickets are so expensive. It's not going to be a home field. I mean, they'll obviously.
Well, they don't really have a home field advantage there anyway.
No, so I mean, it'll obviously.
It's not like playing Georgia and Atlanta.
No. And I would hope that was sold out. These bowl games, there are so many empty seats at these things, and they price those tickets so high, and the secondary market has folded on these. I mean, the ratings have been huge, but the attendance and the environments have been very soft.
It's so corporate now.
Yes.
It feels like mini Super Bowls.
Yes.
Little Super Bowl, yeah. Duck fans traveled pretty well to Atlanta, to Miami.
It was all right.
Dusty
but when they were showing the stadium, dude, there were empty seats everywhere, left and right at that thing. And I think the get-in price at game time was like $35 to get into that game. So like I know.
Why would anyone buy?
I have no idea.
Ticket ahead of time.
If you are one of these types that's going down, do not buy. Well, careful. We're home of the Ducks, but just. There are better prices.
Buy tickets.
There are better prices to be had
through the Ducks
if you wait and just go on the open market.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't. They just need.
They need it. Yes.
You can't. It's a hard. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Because you want to go see your team. Yeah. You just want the comfort of knowing
it's the FOMO.
You have the tickets.
I battle this. So I'm a day of guy.
Yeah.
And when I have gone with whether it's family members or friends.
They can't handle it.
They literally melt down.
It makes them nervous.
Yes, and I'm like, dude, you will
too much anxiety.
Yes, and it's just trying to explain to someone that you will get into the game for a better price, a better seat, all of that. They just don't want to listen. They would rather pay the extra for a worse seat to know that when they show up at the stadium, that the ticket or the scan or whatever is in their hand.
You can always get in.
Always.
Oh. You might miss a series, but you'll get in.
Yeah.
So Oregon would be, I was looking at the odds. If Oregon wins and beats Indiana, Oregon would be favored by 2.5 over Miami.
Mm-hmm.
They would be favored by 3.5 over Ole Miss.
Okay.
So there's not much difference there.
Sure.
Indiana would be favored by 5.5 over Miami and 7.5 over Ole Miss.
It's crazy that the world we're living in, that Indiana is the odds-on favorite to win the whole stinking thing. And if they finish
by
it off,
a lot.
Yes.
I mean, the odds makers
love Indiana.
Are clearly saying Indiana is by far the best team here.
If they finish this off, it's the greatest story in college sports history. It's the greatest coaching job. It's the greatest season. All of that.
If Indiana is the greatest story in college football history.
Yes. I said college sports history too.
College sports history.
Find me a better one.
Who plays Kurt Signetti in the movie?
Because he's not a big fat guy, but he is a larger gentleman. He's got that a-hole flat top.
And who plays Mendoza in the movie?
Dude, he's a weird cat. I need like a bulked up Timothy Chalamet doing Mendoza.
Ooh, that'd be pretty good.
But he's a little fella. I need like a taller guy. Like, what's the lesser Hemsworth brother doing? Someone like that. I could see like a Kurt Signetti. I could see like a Kurt Russell type playing Signetti. You know, he did such a good. He's older now though. He's too old. But I need someone that can capture that great red ass. Throw him that flat top out there. But although Signetti's in his 60s, right? He's like, I want to say he's like 62, 63.
Let's see what AI says.
Yeah. Yeah. What are they? What's ChatGPT up to?
Well, it's just sitting there waiting for me.
Yeah, Signetti's 64 already.
Okay, so maybe Yeah, maybe he could. How? Because Kurt Russell's got to be late 60s. But we throw some makeup on him.
I have to log in.
Russell's 74.
Okay, so maybe a little bit of a stretch. You all right over there?
I'm trying to log into ChatGPT. Why do I have to log in?
I don't know. I don't use AI, so I couldn't tell you.
There we go. Face ID, baby.
He does have a resemblance to Kevin Costner a little bit. If you do a little side by side.
You mean Kevin Costner?
That's what I meant.
And he does. Kevin
Costner.
Dude, say what you will about
No,
Kevin
not
Costner.
Costner. You
That
remember?
dude knows how to make a great sports movie. And I don't know, like we could age him up a little bit, but I'm just kind of like scanning my brain. You know who's the ultimate chameleon who would do great? Give me Christian Bale. Christian Bale can play anything. Get him out. Give me Batman out there pulling a Signetti.
Here's my chat GPT. I asked it, who should play Kurt Signetti in a movie? Their top tier picks, J.K. Simmons, Bryan Cranston.
Ooh, Cranston. Yes.
That's good.
So much yes.
So good.
The other good fits, sneaky good fits, it says. Ed Harris, John Hamm.
Ooh, Ed Harris.
Nah, give me John. I love me. Ed Harris is
John
too
Hamm's
old.
too handsome.
Well, Ed Harris is too wrinkly. Like Ed Harris looks like he's 1,000 years old.
Cranston is great.
And then the other ones, they said Woody Harrelson and Kevin Costner, or Costner, whatever you want to.
Mine's not working. Put in Mendoza. See what they say about Mendoza. Because there's got to be an actor that looks like him. I mean, he's a kind of a sharp-looking kid.
Yeah.
A little tism, but
just a touch, scooch of it.
We love him. He's great.
Yeah.
But seriously, they got to make Hoosiers the football movie.
Well, I
don't
was
they?
thinking like he's again too old, but Adam Driver kind of has a weird.
There you go.
He's a rugged, tall sort of guy. He could be a Mendoza type.
Here's the Mendoza. The best overall fits, according to ChatGPT, Michael Pena.
Who's that?
Michael Pena. No.
And then Oscar Isaac.
Again, Oscar Isaac's like 50, and Michael Pena is short and kind of fat.
Does ChatGPT know who?
I don't
Fernando
think he
Mendoza is?
knows who Fernando Mendoza is. If you know who Michael Pena is, he was in like The Martian. He's been in a ton of stuff. In no way, zero way, he could play Mendoza.
It did ask me if you want to tell me what Mendoza's age is, what position he plays.
Yeah.
Oh my God! How do you not know this? Chat.
All right, hold on.
GPT. Stupid computer.
Yeah. There's no way.
Idiot.
Right. I put in 22-year-old and the quarterback.
I'm telling you, if you could bulk up Timothy Chalamet, look up Chalamet. Oh, the other good one too is Austin Butler. Austin Butler. They use the guy that played Elvis. Austin Butler could be Austin Butler could be Mendoza.
Danny Ramirez. That's who they say. Not sure who that is.
We're all Googling, feverishly Googling.
I gotta remember.
Yeah, okay. I can see that.
Tanner Buchanan.
Ooh, Danny Ramirez. That's pretty good.
That's good.
That's good.
All right.
All right, ChatGPT, you're back on.
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston is Kurt Signetti.
Look, I
What
know.
a great part to play.
I know, Oregon fan. Obviously, you're gonna root. Duh. You're rooting for Oregon. But if you're the rest of the country, or if you don't have a dog in the fight, the Indiana story is just they need to finish this. If they do, if you wrote a movie a year ago, or I guess it'd be 2 years ago, about some coach from nowhere, Timbuktu, who I saw an interview with Saban where Saban was like, I couldn't believe when he left because he was the receivers coach at Alabama. And Saban was like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you going down to take these coaches to take these jobs at these lower level losing programs? And Signetti goes, well, I want to be a head guy, so I'm going to do this. If you wrote that story about a guy that bounced around low-level schools and then takes one of the worst jobs in America, shows up and says, who am I? Google me, I win. And in 2 years, takes one of the most irrelevant programs in college football history, and he goes on and wins a national championship, beating the Oregon Ducks, beating Ohio State, throttling Alabama in the Rose Bowl. If you wrote that script, you'd be like, that's the dumbest movie of all time. Because it's so unrealistic, and yet we're on the doorstep of it.
Right meow. Does Indiana win the national championship? I don't think they do.
My brain wants to say yes, because they've checked all the boxes, but there's something in my heart that just, I don't believe that team, we've never seen a team with this talent profile that finishes it. They always end up coming $1 short. But the world that we live in now with NIL and the transfer portal, maybe this window is open and we just never realize that someone just has to walk through it.
I'll take him. I'll take him because I've doubted Cignetti too many times too long now.
Yeah.
I because to your point too, I thought they probably would have lost lots of games. And they don't lose.
No.
They
They
win.
just keep proving themselves and giving you the middle finger. And
I also think it's not a lot of flash either.
No.
Like it is meat and potatoes. Like they're gonna beat you up.
Yeah, like we've seen teams that do stuff, like you said, maybe they run when Chip Kelly was here at Oregon, right? It was kind of a scheme and it was gimmicky, and they just did one thing really well. Dude, they're just super well coached and super disciplined. They don't do anything like amazing. They just do everything really well, and they don't beat themselves. And when they came into Eugene, and I thought both sides of the ball pushed around Oregon, and then to see them bitch slap Alabama, to see them be as physical as Ohio State, I didn't think it was possible. I really didn't, because last year when they got to this point, they got bullied. They got bullied by Ohio State. They got bullied by Notre Dame. In the last year, that was like their one weakness, and they solved it.
All right, up next, what are the best NFL openings? But first, Stephen with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update is sponsored by Mountaintop Metal Roofing. No maintenance, energy efficient, fire resistant, and a lifetime warranty. Do it once, do it right. Visit mountaintopmetalroofing.com. First on the Fan, Oregon. They will be without running back Jordan Davison as their official injury report has come out, and he is officially out with a broken clavicle that he suffered against Texas Tech. He very likely will not play for the rest of the playoffs. Davison, 15 touchdowns on the season. They'll be with thin at the running back position as the Ducks take on the Hoosiers of Indiana, where Indiana's a 3.5-point favorite. John Harbaugh, he is out as the Baltimore Ravens head coach after the Ravens lost to the Steelers on Sunday night. Harbaugh had been the coach of the Ravens since 2008, led them to a Super Bowl victory in 2012. But Adam Schefter is reporting that numerous teams, even with head coaches, have reached out to John Harbaugh and his agent to be the next head coach at a different spot. Trailblazers won their third game in a row last night, beating the Jazz 137-117. Denny Avdia leads the way, 33 points, 9 assists. Next up for the Trailblazers is a game on Wednesday night from the Moda Center against Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks, don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Your home for Seahawks football, the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. a.m.
All right. We have 7 NFL jobs open now that the Ravens have fired John Harbaugh. I want you to rank them. But first, I'm going to give you just a general synopsis of each. I mean, I'm just saying kind of what their situation is. So you have the Falcons job is open. They probably have now that the Ravens have the most talent, but I did this before they fired John Harbaugh. So taking the Ravens out of it, the Falcons probably have the most talent or second most talent if you include Baltimore. And they're searching for a new GM. That could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
Their quarterback situation is a little weird, though, because they just restructured Cousins, and then Penix is like, eh.
And Cousins, by the way, that restructure probably means he's on his way out.
Probably.
Yeah, he's going to get released.
So there's that. Giants have Dart, Scattaboo, and Neighbors. They have a good pass rush.
Did you see, by the way, that Neighbors he's almost 4 months removed from ACL surgery, and he's still walking with a cane.
Oh.
And someone asked him about it, and he said that there was more going on in that knee than just the ACL. And that's just something to kind of keep an eye on. That is not normal after that long to still be on a crutch.
But they have terrible management.
Yes.
So you have them. You have the Titans, who have Cam Ward and all new management.
Yes.
So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
The Raiders have the number 1 pick. They have the second most cap space. They're going to have like $100 million. But they don't really have much talent outside of Bowers, Crosby, and Genty.
Yeah.
Okay.
And no home field advantage whatsoever.
No.
Right. And you have to live in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
I would totally be in too, but that's you and I are cut from a different
I want to be
cloth.
like an assistant coordinator.
I think that would be a badass place to work, but not everybody's like that. Then you have the Browns job. They have multiple number 1 picks thanks to the Travis Hunter trade.
Yep.
But Deshaun Watson has the number 1 cap hit in the league next year. Now, he may play. Maybe you can do something with him. He's not dead.
No.
So
and
maybe
he's not even 30 years old yet.
Really?
No.
He's not 30?
I don't believe so. Let me look this up.
Sick QB controversy between Watson, Gabriel, and Shador.
I mean, if you could get anything out of Watson,
he just turned 30 years old.
They have a decent team with Garrett and their defense. You know what I mean? Like
defense is good.
But you have bad ownership.
Schlesinger should be the defensive rookie of the year this year, and they got Judkins and Mason Graham had a nice year for them as a defensive tackle. It's not bad.
And then you have the Cardinals job is open, and that is notoriously a bad organization, bad owner.
Yeah, I think it's the worst job.
And the quarterback situation is quite in flux there. So now you have to rank. Of course, the Ravens is the best job.
The Ravens is the best job, and it's not even close. You have a 2-time, should be 3-time MVP.
Then what's number 2?
This is going to be a bit wonky, but to me, I would rather have a clean slate.
Like the Raiders, where you get to pick your guy?
Titans.
Titans.
I think Nashville is an easy city to sell to free agents. You have over $100 million in cap space. You have some pieces in place already. You have a defense that's okay. Jeffrey Simmons is one of the best defensive players in the league, and I think you're going to get some wiggle room there. I think you're going to get some time to operate, and I think Cam Ward is going to be good. I think of those quarterback situations, minus obviously Lamar Jackson, in this league, if you have a quarterback, that solves like 70% of your issues. And I think the Titans have a quarterback in Cam Newton, and I'm not certain that anyone else on this list says that. So from that standpoint alone, I get a blank slate. I get, I think I'm going to get some room to operate. It's not going to be a year or two and they're going to fire my ass. I think expectations are reasonable. And I have a quarterback with huge upside and a defense that with a piece or two, I can actually lean on a little bit. Give me the Titans as the second best job. And then from there, Cleveland or New York, I think both of those you could sell as not being bad jobs. The Cleveland quarterback thing, that worries me. But Jackson Dart by no measure is any sort of sure thing, and he keeps getting hurt. So I think that is flip a coin. I think that's 3 and 4. I think the Atlanta job, again, from a talent standpoint, I like it. Cousins isn't the answer, and Penix is a giant question mark. So even though Atlanta, from a talent standpoint, is better than some of these, that puts that in flux.
But that's also the most winnable too.
Yes, and you're in a very, very winnable division. And then I think bringing up the rear, I said Arizona's the worst job. It's not. Arizona is number 2. The Raiders are the worst job. It just, they fired 2 coaches in 2 years. They have terrible ownership. You know, everyone keeps saying Tom Brady is the answer. Tom Brady didn't do jack S for them other than allow them to hire Pete Carroll. What the hell did that do? And go get Geno Smith. That was a dumpster fire of galactic proportion. Those are bad jobs. Arizona and Vegas are bad jobs. And if you're going in there, you better get paid an F ton of money because you're trying to dig your way out of a giant hole. I think the Raiders are probably a better job because they're not as tied. They've got I don't know what you do with Kyler Murray. Whereas the Raiders, I think that's it's easier to flush everything in Vegas and start from new. Whereas Arizona has better talent, but I think you're on the hook more for $40 million of Kyler Murray. So maybe Arizona is the worst job, but that's your tiers.
All right, I have the odds on who are the favorites to land these jobs. And it's a lot of the same names, but dude, there's some puzzling names in here too.
Yeah.
We'll get to that next on The Fan.
It's time for a Ducks Report, the inside story on Ducks athletics. Brought to you by Mods PDX. The future of building is here.
Snap, kick on the way, almost long enough. He got it! Just over the
sports celebration. Do that next segment. The club hour and all that stuff. But I've got the odds here on the head coaching vacancies in the NFL. Now, that's all changed because John Harbaugh is probably going to top everyone's list.
Yeah.
So we're taking Harbaugh out of it. Although I mentioned earlier that the Ravens, from betonline.ag, the odds on the Ravens' next head coach, the favorite right now is Chris Shula at 3-1. I have no idea why. Jesse Minter 3.5 to 1, Cliff Kingsbury 5 to 1, Brian Flores, Kevin Stefanski 7 to 1.
A lot of defensive guys, by the way, in that. So
yeah.
Saying,
well, I think isn't the idea maybe because you're not all that happy with Zach Orr. He's the defensive coordinator. Their defense was. I mean, my God, did you watch him against Pittsburgh?
Yeah, and the idea is, I mean, the offense.
You hire a good OC to work with Lamar,
and that'll take care of itself.
And that does its thing. And then Brian Flores or whomever takes over the defense.
Can totally see that.
So the odds-on favorite for the Falcons job as of earlier today, Clint Kubiak of your Seahawks.
Yeah, he's all the rage.
And Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah. Again, I think Stefanski's a guy that will get another crack. I don't know if it'll be this hiring cycle, but with all the openings, Stefanski's a good coach. I think he got a raw deal there in Cleveland. And Kubiak is kind of he's the sexy name right now.
The Giants, now I could totally see them being smart enough to hire John Harbaugh, but right now it's Kevin Stefanski and Mike McCarthy.
Really?
Top two favorites. Isn't that stupid?
The McCarthy thing totally makes sense because it's the Raiders.
Well, he's on another list too. I don't know. Who does he have naked pictures of? Why does everyone think Mike McCarthy's good?
Super Bowl winning coach Mike McCarthy.
So is John Harbaugh.
Yeah. If you're the Raiders or the Cardinals, those are the two franchises that need an adult in the building in the worst possible way. Go get John Harbaugh.
Titans, Matt Nagy.
What?
Is the favorite.
Really?
Yes.
There's another name that has been floated out there with the Titans. Jason Garrett.
What are we doing?
I'm not joking.
You're
That's a real
kidding.
name that's been mentioned.
What are we doing? Really?
So who would you rather have, Jason Garrett, Matt Nagy, or Mike McCarthy?
I think
I'm taking McCarthy.
I think I'm taking Mike McCarthy. And I don't, believe me, that's just like which one of those tastes less like a pile of dog poo? I guess Mike McCarthy.
You just made the case about how the Titans' job's not actually terrible.
No, it's not.
Yeah, wouldn't you want an offensive guy there with
Yes.
Cam Ward?
Well, I mean, McCarthy is an offensive
Jason
guy.
Garrett,
Well, I mean,
offensive
like
guy.
a young coordinator. type
Yes,
guy.
one that hasn't fired
Jason
himself from. I
Garrett.
mean, what are we doing?
Jason Garrett can clap really well.
Although
Like, he
I'll
can
tell
cheer
you
you
what,
on.
I think he's a pretty good broadcaster, although very robotic. But Joey Harrington raves about Jason Garrett. As his he was his quarterback's coach, and he said Garrett was one of the best coaches he ever had.
You have the best thing you have going in Tennessee, besides you have a lot of money, and it's a city that I think guys will want to play in, is Cam Ward. Don't outthink the room. Go Kevin Stefanski. Go find your Kevin O'Connell. Go find a bright Ben Johnson. Go find that guy. And maybe that's the Clint Kubiak thing. Clint Kubiak, go get him and have him bring along Cam Newton. Or not Cam Newton, Cam Ward.
Can I argue the Jason Garrett thing, though? He coached for the Cowboys, which is a dumpster fire in itself. He did win 3 division titles with them.
Yeah. And McCarthy won games there.
Right. Like I'm with you. I don't know why they would hire these guys, but at the same time,
retreads.
They did okay
They're
with Dallas.
Fine. Yeah, they're probably better than we.
He was 87 and 70.
Who?
Jason Garrett.
What was his record in the playoffs?
2-3.
There you go. Well, he just seemed like he was kind of milquetoast.
This is my only thing about like these sorts of jobs. Like, why would you settle for? You don't have to.
Isn't some of it just relationships?
Yes, and agents. But why wouldn't you take a shot? Like, if I know what Jason Garrett is, and Jason Garrett is the definition of, he wins 57% of his games.
Hey, Mariners.
Yeah, there you go. Why not take a shot on a guy who's got big upside? Because if you hire Garrett and he is Jason Garrett, all you are is average for 5 years and then you fire him anyways. So hire the guy that come in and may light your franchise on fire. And if he's not and you whiff, you fire him in 3 years and you move on sooner. But the upside of him is actual. There's real upside. I will never understand the bland, generic Matt Nagy, Eberflus, Jason, stop it. Stop doing that. It's just there's not hire Mo Cheeks. That's the same thing.
Mo Cheeks.
Yes.
There's a blast from the past.
That's what it is. You're like, hey, he's not the
Remember
worst.
that guy?
He's not the worst, not the best. Is this
Hell of
guy?
a player.
It's never a good sale when it's not the worst. Not the worst
Yeah,
guy.
it's fine. The three others, Raiders, the odds-on favorite is Brian Flores, followed by Clint Kubiak.
Yeah, Flores is another guy who was good in Miami, got a raw deal, very bright guy, comes up with some of the best defensive schemes in the NFL. He's an absolute problem to play against. And he just, the thing in Miami blew up in his face because of stuff off the field. That makes sense. That's not a bland retread. That's actually looking at something and being, okay, it was a bad situation down there. It wasn't Flores' fault. Give that guy another crack.
Vikings were bad this year, but they have the third best defense.
Yes, they're not bad because of him. They're bad because of J.J. McCarthy.
Then you have the Browns favorite, Robert Saleh, followed by Mike McCarthy.
That was a disaster in New York, but how much of that? Well, just one bad organization to another.
Who's worse, Jets or Browns?
Jets.
Yeah.
They didn't have an interception.
They have nothing going on for them. Nothing.
And then the Cardinals, the odds-on favorite is Michael LaFleur, followed by Clint Kubiak.
Kubiak will get a head coaching job for certain. He will. What they did in Seattle this year, even though the offense wasn't great, and I don't know in the long run what that turns into, but he is a name right now that keeps popping up, and someone will grab him. He will not be in Seattle next year. I feel pretty confident about that.
All right, little sports celebration talk coming up next, and a new social revolution. What is it? Coming up in the club on The Fan.
Aloha, it's Marcus from the 808. Need some aloha in your day? You need 808 Hawaiian Restaurant.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on The Fan, bad news for the Oregon Ducks as freshman running back Jordan Davis is officially out again for the game against Indiana. Reports are Davidson suffered a broken clavicle against Texas Tech, and he's very unlikely to play for the rest of the playoffs. He was huge this year. The true freshman was 15 touchdowns. Combine that with the news that running back Jalen Lamar and Jay Harris are also in the transfer portal. Ducks Navy thin in the backfield for the semifinal game against the Indiana Hoosiers. Indiana 3.5-point favorites in the college football semifinals. LSU, they're going to allow offensive coordinator Charlie Weiss Jr. and running backs coach Kevin Smith to continue coaching for the Ole Miss Rebels as Ole Miss gets prepared to take on Miami in the other CFP semifinal. Co-offensive coordinator Joe Cox and passing game coordinator George McDonald, however, will not be coaching for Ole Miss in that Fiesta Bowl. The Ravens are making a move at head coaches. They have fired longtime head coach John Harbaugh. Harbaugh has been the coach of the Ravens since 2008, won a Super Bowl in 2012. And according to Adam Schefter, Harbaugh has emerged as a potential replacement for a lot of different coaching gigs in the NFL already. Trailblazers win their third game in a row last night, beating the Jazz 137-117. Danny Avdia, 33 points, 9 assists to lead the Trailblazers. Next up, game against the Houston Rockets on Wednesday from the Moda Center. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks, don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of Primetime with Isaac and Sue.
Never seen anything like it. I suppose I need to go to a Taylor Swift show.
There you
go. My favorite part of that drop is you in the background going. Okay, take a listen for Suk here.
Oh my God, it's corn! He poops corn!
What are you doing?
That's a Schwarzenegger. People love Garth Brooks, and it is true. No matter what he does,
oh dear, oh my God,
like he'll like tilt his head a little bit, and people are like, ah! And yes, I'm assuming
that's
that.
Why I think I said it. He could take a dump on stage and be like, "Yeah, it's corn, poops corn. I love you."
Oh my God, it's corn! He poops corn!
The Taylor Swift thing is similar to that. My gal loves the BTJ loves some T-Swizzle, and
T-Swizzle's great.
Every time I come home, there's a Taylor Swift documentary on, and like the fourth time, I was like, "How many times are you gonna watch this damn thing?" And that's when I found out it's like a 6-part series. I just thought she was watching.
It's actually a good documentary. Is it the old one or the new one?
I don't know.
There's 2 of them.
I tried watching, and
it's pretty good.
Yeah, it was fine. And then after like 20 minutes, I was like,
She's great.
She is great. I don't need to watch a documentary about her, but she seems lovely.
And so is Taylor Swift.
Yes. My gal loves Taylor Swift.
Yeah, has she been? She's been to the shows and everything. Like, she's a Swiftie. She does all the bracelet stuff.
I don't know if she goes that far. I think she's more of a Beyonce stan when it comes to that. And I don't know, maybe that's like crossing party lines because you're either Beyonce or T-Swizzle. She does both.
Why can't you be both?
Because that's.
Is it a rivalry?
It is a rivalry. Yeah. Beyonce fan will say that Taylor Swift is bland and
Well, she is.
Taylor Swift fans will claim that Beyonce doesn't write anything. She's not a real
she
musician, and so.
So look, everyone's right. Once again, let's all get along and not shoot each other over Nebraska basketball, okay? They're both great.
So, but all I know is every time I come home now, Taylor Swift is on my TV.
Yeah, it'll be over soon.
Will it?
I'm into, I'm watching right now?
What you watching?
Well,
not really watching anything.
I hate the Taylor Sheridan shows.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Yet, they are terrible, and yet I continue to watch all of them.
No, see, I checked. So
now I'm into. I just realized the other day I was cruising around Paramount Plus because Landman's on there.
Yeah.
And I'm watching Landman, but his other show, which I had forgotten, there are apparently 2 new seasons, is Mayor of Kingstown.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm watching the 3rd season and the 4th season of that.
Okay.
And it's a train wreck, but I can't get enough of it.
What is so?
I don't know what it is.
You talked me into watching Landman.
Yeah, Landman's great.
And I watched the first season of it. It was fine, Billy Bob Thornton. But it is so
BBT's awesome.
It is so heavy-handed and just
all of his shows are like that.
Yeah,
he did Yellowstone. Same thing.
I get it. Like the liberals suck, and
Right.
like
Real
America.
cheesy commentary.
And I watched like 2 episodes of the 2nd season of Landman. I was like, I can't do it anymore. Same thing with Yellowstone. I got through about 2 seasons of Yellowstone. I'm like, I can't do it anymore.
Wait till you get the Demi Moore parts.
I can't. I'm out.
She's the rich old lady.
Yeah, she's
she
the rich
can't
old
move
lady.
her face.
No.
It's unbelievable.
So that got me about 2 episodes into it.
Tell you what,
the Taylor
Here's
Sheridan to me is a lot like Joe Rogan. I respect their talent and there's a value to it, but I just
But here's
I
what
can't
Sheridan-
anymore.
Here's what he does though. He throws a lot of TNA at you.
Yes.
Like, dude, Allie Larder.
Oh,
and
goodness.
whoever plays her daughter in that show. Oh my God, that's worth watching just in and of itself.
I think that's the only reason you watch.
And no, it's Billy Bob.
No, he's
Billy
great,
Bob
too.
will always get me to watch. But there's also the hot lawyer in there. You seen her?
Yeah. Again, it's just
Yeah.
I get it. So so you have the strong masculine archetype that's like the anti-hero, and then the dumb liberal girl that gets schooled by him, and he's smarter than all of the New York liberal types. Like, it's the same show every single time.
Yeah, what it is. It's the Dallas formula.
Yes.
Like Dallas was never any good.
Yeah.
But it's that soap opera lowest common denominator thing.
Yellowstone officially ended for me when they did, like, Kevin Costner went like on a 5-minute rant for some reason about how being vegetarian or vegan is the most pointless thing in the world because everything runs off farmland, and if you're not into farmland and steaks, then you're a moron, and blah blah blah. And he gave this.
Hey, I'm into steaks.
He gave this big long speech to the smart liberal pretty girl, right? I was watching Landman, and it's the same thing. Billy Bob Thornton drives the hot New York attorney out to the windmill and spends 5 minutes yelling about how windmills are dumb, any sort of energy is dumb that isn't oil, and everything runs on. And you're like, oh my God, it's the same thing. Thank you for educating me that steaks and oil are the only thing that matters. And now
we get it. You don't like Taylor Sheridan, but I'm telling you, his shows are like crack. It's terrible. It's terrible for you. But you can't get enough. You just can't get enough.
I can get
enough.
Dude,
he has tapped into something. I don't know what it is.
It's the algorithm. They got to it with the algo.
Yeah, it totally is an algorithm. And I'm not even one of those types, but here I am.
You think.
Yeah.
Well, Billy Bob's on there. I mean, I'll watch anything that guy does.
Oh yeah, dude. I'll go down my.
I want a live cam of Billy Bob just in regular life. I would watch him.
I go golfing with my buddy at his country club, and
I bet you do. Fancy ass.
It's not my
Must
club.
be nice.
Maserati driver too.
God, such a bragger. I go golfing at my. I just have to throw in that it's my country club.
It's not my country club. What are you talking about? It's his. But if you go to that place, I'm telling you.
I play at Langdon where the public play.
Taylor Sheridan is, I don't know if he's Jesus. What's a step down from Jesus? Because Taylor Swift. Inside that clubhouse, Taylor Sheridan can do no wrong. If you want to know what he's tapped into, it's that. Everybody in that place loves and worships at the altar of Taylor Sheridan.
Did I tell you my Taylor Sheridan story? I think I did.
Yeah, in Vegas.
Well, did I tell you that?
Yeah, your buddy, right?
Well, yeah, I have to be careful, but I know Taylor Sheridan supplies. he has a ranch. That ranch is real.
Yeah, the 3
4
6
6s or
whatever
3
that
6s.
is. Yeah.
Whatever.
Which, by the way, if you watch the show, he will.
Yeah, he'll
throw it in there. And by the way, if you
he'll throw himself in there too.
Yes.
He's always riding a horse. He's an egomaniac to the nth degree, to the point where I guess they were talking to a new chef about one of his restaurants, or one of the restaurants in this hotel where Taylor Sheridan was going to supply the steaks.
Yeah.
And they flew him out. Sheridan did not have the time to come meet the chef.
No.
So they flew him out to Sheridan's place, and I guess the chef got completely offended because Sheridan was telling him how to make his food. It's like, dude, I am a freaking world-class chef. And he was telling him how to make soup.
Taylor Sheridan is
That guy is full of himself.
He is a very bright, very talented guy, and I get why he's popular, but I
don't know if he's that bright.
I'm good. I'm good.
My wife thinks he's hot.
Well, he is. He's all TRT'd out, and he's all buff and red.
He's all red.
Every episode is him shirtless with like a bunch of hots around him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just the everyman. Here's my cowboy hat." But I get it. Like if I was Taylor Sheridan, I'd probably put myself in that role too. I had no ill will towards him.
He did Tulsa King too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did all of that.
I didn't watch that one.
He has like 9,000 shows.
But he did some good movies though.
Sicario is a movie that he wrote, and in my opinion, Sicario is one of the 15 to 20 best movies that have been made over the last 25 years. Phenomenal. And I'll tell you that when he actually sits down to write something, and actually
he's
just sold out. But
to
when
CBS.
But when he writes, like the first season of Yellowstone or the first season of he is uber talented. He just spreads himself so thin that there's a formula that works. He can sit down and probably crank out a season of something in 7 minutes and give his base what they want, and it works.
It's got me, baby.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised he gets you, because the archetype of people that the red meat that's for, it ain't you.
I know, but I just think Billy Bob Thornton is great, and that's probably why. And then Mayor of Kingstown, I don't know why I like that show. It's real crap. It's Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, dude, of all the things I know about you over the 20 years, the fact that you have a secret crush on Taylor Sheridan,
it's not on brand.
That is the weirdest off-brand thing that you've done.
I don't know. His shows just get me, man. I want to sleep with him.
Well, I mean, he is you got to admit, he's kind of mantastic.
I don't know.
If you're looking for the rugged,
he's really small.
Well, is he a tiny dude?
Yeah, we sat next to him at breakfast once.
Yeah.
My wife was drooling while I was placing sports bets. All right, where were we? Why are we talking about this?
I don't know.
You just professed your love. That's all you were saying. You just want to tell everyone you love them.
There's always a what brought that up? I don't know. Anyway.
I thought we were talking about I come home and T-Swizzle's on. And then
what your wife's watching.
Yeah.
So you said you're not watching anything right now? You're in between shows?
I think I'm kind of between shows.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you watching over there,
I didn't finish Stranger Things. I
show's
stopped. And yeah, I don't really think
How far did you get in Stranger Things?
Did you
make it through the first season?
I checked out maybe a season or two ago, and then I tried checking back in on this new season. I did this with like The Walking Dead and like Ray Donovan. I'll go away and then I'm like, okay, it's the last season, and I'll catch up. And I watched when they released like 4 episodes of Stranger Things at the first part. And I was like, all right, I'll watch the last season. And then I watched those 4 episodes, and I was like, oh yeah, now I remember why I stopped watching.
I loved Ray Donovan. There's another one. That wasn't a great show.
Yeah.
I loved it. I watched every second of it.
This is my problem that I have my problem I have with shows. I really like there's some really good shows out there. The first season of Ozark, the first 2 seasons of Ray Donovan, the first season of Yellowstone. But the problem is like there's supposed to be 12 episodes, and then the story ends. Like there's no more story. It was written as like a mini movie. It's why I like movies. There's a beginning, there's a middle, there's an end, right? Everything's wrapped up. But the show becomes a hit, and we're like, hey, we need another season. And you're like, well, they're not supposed to be another one. Like the conclusion is over. What, you're going to give me $100 million? Oh, okay. And you just run out of stuff. And so they stretch it out over about 5-6 seasons, and then everyone starts to realize it's crap, and then they like hurriedly put together a final season, and it's never any good. The amount of shows that actually start strong, finish strong, there's like 4 of them. And you just run out of room. And that's like Stranger Things, that was The Walking Dead, that was any of these cultural phenomenon shows, Dexter, you can't keep it going. It's almost impossible unless you're Breaking Bad.
Anything with a drama is going to be really hard to do that. Right?
Yeah.
But like if you can do comedy shows, you can do that and it can be funny.
Yes, because it's the plot
it's just jokes.
The plot can redo itself, jokes, but there's only so many times when you're doing a show about a ranch that everyone on the ranch can almost get murdered and you can almost lose the ranch.
Right.
You just you run out of stuff to do. The story needs to end. Stranger Things, okay, like they had maybe 2.5 seasons worth of material and they stretched it out to 5. Like you can't make it work.
What are you watching, Steven?
I'm a student. I'm in between shows, so I'm kind of just rewatching stuff. I watched some Curb Your Enthusiasm last night.
Nice.
Just rewatched a little bit of that. That you can't go wrong with
Oh,
Curb.
the one I just finished was Pluribus.
Yeah,
Loved.
that was a good show.
I really liked Pluribus.
Yeah,
but how much
they teed that up for a new season?
Yep, and how much you want to bet that second season is going to drag on?
That's on Apple.
But the first season was I thought that was one of the more unique ones, and I really liked Pluribus. The other one that's coming back that I loved the first 2 seasons of, and I'm predicting that season 3 is going to be dog-ass, is Shrinking. I thought Shrinking was one of the best shows I've seen in years, and it should have ended after the second season, and it didn't. They're going to bring it back, and there's nowhere to go now.
Oh, they'll find a way.
Oh, and Shogun's really
That's a good show.
If you
Shogun's back?
No, but I'm just trying to stuff recently that I watched that I really liked.
Yeah, I've already watched that. That was a good show.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff out there.
The Bears sucked. The Bear ran out.
I tell you what, I thought the last season got the way they wrapped that up was pretty good.
That season was terrible.
I didn't mind the Bear.
Are there any good shows that end good, end well?
Breaking Bad.
Well, yeah, I mean it's tough. It's always tough.
Did it end well? Breaking Bad.
That was strong. The
Sopranos.
What's the
Sopranos is the best.
Succession was
oh my God, I love that
strong
show.
to finish.
Do you like the end of The Sopranos?
I did, and I
do
love the
too.
end of
Succession. It never dragged.
Right.
It wasn't like there was like this, oh my God, it's terrible. But like Only Murders in the Building was a great show, season 1, and they just kept
it's
it
kind
going.
of the same stuff over and
and
over.
it's terrible.
Sopranos is my all-time favorite show.
But again, I can't fault anyone because if you had a hit show and someone came to you and was like, would you like $50 million to do a second one? How many people are like, you know what, my integrity, word.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the guy who had to make the next Squid Game.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do that.
No.
But he's like, all right, fine.
They just weren't
and
as
I
good.
watched it. Oh, they were terrible.
Yeah.
Not even close.
First season's incredible.
The first season was really good. And I think I maybe got through 2 episodes of and I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yep.
I see what's happening here.
Yeah, it's called I need to pay for my...
Hell, I'd do it too.
Well, Sheridan bought that Sixes Ranch or whatever, and it was so expensive that's why he has to, that's the rumor, is that he has to crank out all these shows because he bought one of the most expensive ranches in the country, and Paramount was like, blank check, how much can you write? And he's like, we're about to find out.
4 Sixes Ranch.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is. Somewhere in Texas.
Yeah, it's a Texas thing. Ooh, by the way, Pete Thamel, Damon Williams, supposedly in the transfer portal.
Aiden Childs of Northwestern also.
Yeah, after he supposedly re-signed with Washington.
Wait. Aiden Childs is going to Northwestern?
Yeah, with Chip Kelly.
With Chip? And you said Damon Williams is now leaving?
Pete Thamel says Washington QB Damon Williams enter the transfer portal, no contact tag. And
where's he going then?
Don't know. But he had just recently, supposedly, I saw a thing where he re-signed with Washington, was coming back, and Husky fan was taking a deep breath, and no.
He's got the no contact tag on
So
also.
it means he probably already has a place to...
So he's already going somewhere?
Yeah.
Glad I'm listening.
Yeah, that was a buck. You pulled a buck right there. That's your first buck.
Hey.
Be proud of that.
We love that.
That dude would do that all the time.
Hey, did you guys see he's got no contact?
It makes me sad.
Stranger Things wasn't very good last season, huh?
Yeah, right. Celebration talk and a new social revolution. Next on The Fan.
Dirt and Spray. Dirt and Spray.
I'm Dirt. Can I ask a question? I want to get to a local shutout.
Shut up.
Love it.
Well, and Febreze is delightful.
It is.
You know,
My wife uses it a
the
lot.
Febreze Air Effects. I keep some in my trunk because my gym bag can get a little stinky sometimes, especially like in the summer. You keep a little. Yeah, you just give it a little, a couple of those, and
Yeah.
I'm
Masks all that poop. Well, you know. I mean, it's just like it's not like cleansing.
No,
It's just
Yeah.
smell.
yeah, it covers up the odor. I hate when you get in your car and whether it's because there was food in there or a stinky gym bag.
It's like Axe body spray.
I hate that funk when your car smells like that. I'm a big air freshener guy.
Do you know what the Zombieland celebration is? Have
I
you
don't.
seen this
I don't. But Zombieland's a great movie.
in football?
Oh,
Well, Jackson Dart
Football?
did it, and it I went down a rabbit hole because I was watching him against Dallas,
okay.
and it's this one where the guy puts his hand over his nose and then does this, like the. Have you seen them? Seen the guys that do this in football?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. That's called Zombieland?
Yeah, they call it the Zombieland celebration.
Why is that the Zombieland?
I don't know. This is why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah, I've seen this.
So it's almost like you're saying the other team stinks. You know, like you put your hand over your nose and you wave like, ooh,
Okay.
pew, pew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I see that.
You've seen them guys do that?
Yes.
Apparently it started at Western Kentucky.
Yeah, I see Cam Ward being a big fan of it, apparently.
Well, two guys at Western Kentucky did it for some reason, and then Cam Warren picked it up at Miami, and apparently now they call it the Zombieland celebration, and I don't understand why.
They're saying the core meaning is that the opposing team, one, they stink, and they're so weak, they're like zombies. Heads covering the nose and waving the hand. So
Okay, got an answer. Where'd you get that? ChatGPT?
Yeah, ChatGPT.
God, I gotta go to ChatGPT.
Or I guess what's Google, or whatever the Google AI is. That's not ChatGPT. Just Google AI.
What is the difference?
Do you think they beef with each other? Like,
That's Gemini.
If I ask Gemini, what do you think of ChatGPT?
Oh, the little.
you should ask.
The
Come on.
little star. That's Gemini.
That's
Yeah,
Gemini.
so this is from Gemini.
But you also have Grok.
That's the Twitter one.
Yeah. And then you have, I use ChatGPT. But the AI on Google is probably just Gemini, right?
Yes, this is Gemini. And it said the originally named after zombies because they are hard to kill, the meaning shifted to mocking opponents. Can I just say that
I don't like it.
The celebration thing.
I'm
again,
800 years old and I don't like it.
I don't want to be an old man yelling at the cloud, and I don't care if people celebrate. I just find some of the celebrations and like the amount of effort that's put into them. Like, I saw one the other day in the NFL. They did a golf celebration where they all ran into the end zone and lined up, and then like they were a gallery, and then the guy fake hit a golf ball, and then like, what? Like really?
Yeah, I thought
Like,
that was good.
You've all gotten together. Like you're just.
I
I can't think of anything lamer.
Oh, look, guys got to have fun.
As a teammate, it's always like, hey guys, if I score a touchdown, that's what we're gonna do.
But is it fun, Rob? That's the thing.
I think it's fun for them. It may not be fun for you. I think it's fun for them to do so. Like, they have to practice all day. You hated practice.
I did.
The fun part of practice is doing your celebrations.
Doing your TikTok dances afterwards?
Yeah.
That's one of those that I can assure you at no point, if that was allowed, would I have participated in a team celebration. I would have been the guy just walking off the field.
Right.
Like, I'm not doing that.
By the way, Gemini, I asked ChatGPT, what do you think of Gemini? And they said, overall strong, improving fast, but uneven. Uneven.
See, so I asked Gemini, what do you think of ChatGPT? They said they have no personal feelings, but it's widely recognized as a groundbreaking tool.
Oh, wow. Playing impartial there. I
However, like all IA models, including myself, it faces challenges regarding
Be careful.
factual accuracy.
Be careful. You better ask
They had
me.
me in the first half.
Oh man. So far, what I've seen from like everyone uses AI for like the worst possible things. Like you can use, I'm
Not
sure,
me.
like businesses, but
I get a lot of answers from AI.
Do you?
Well, Grok's the worst. You talked about this, Sue, how everyone's putting Grok in there and like, hey, put this person in a bikini.
Yeah, make me naked.
That started to hit my I think my Twitter account heard you say that,
Yep.
and now it's pulling up on my profile all the time.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Suk.
Yeah, Suk.
Obama.
First day on the job, I'm starting getting bikini pics of Maduro,
Going to
bro.
lead to Steven's divorce.
It's not me, honey. It's the algorithm. It's the algorithm. You were like scrolling Instagram or whatever, and you realize
Not my fault.
you're a piece of crap. You're like, oh man.
No, that's just you.
Well, looking at TikTok earlier today, I'm like looking behind me. Someone see that?
Oh, yeah. Need to get one of the. Yeah, do you guys have any of those screen? What do they call those? The screen blocker things?
My wife has that.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I have that.
You have it?
Yeah, where you're not like unless you're looking right at the phone,
You can't see it.
looks black.
Yeah. What is it? Is it like a film you put on your phone?
Well, yeah, it's just it's a screen protector,
Yeah.
and it's just slightly darker than your normal screen protector.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to like it just like you're not supposed to be able to see it from an angle.
Yeah. Buck had it too, and I'm always wary of you.
I'm an open
people
book,
who-
man.
Me too.
Come look and see
look
what
over my shoulder all you want.
Now,
you want to look at my TikTok? Go for it.
Now I will say that mine just came. So the phone case that I ordered one of the little magnet cases, and it came with a screen protector, and that was the screen protector. And I'm not gonna lie, I was so dumb and old, I didn't realize what it was, and I thought something was wrong with my phone because I'd be like at an angle. I'm like, why can't I see it? And it was like I don't remember if it was my son or my daughter was like, Dad, you have a privacy screen. And I was like, what's that?
Do you guys ever? Okay, so I think the one area where I would use a privacy screen is on, say, my laptop or iPad on an airplane.
Sure.
Because I have often. What do they call it? It's not eavesdropping, but
Yeah, it is.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, same thing.
I will eavesdrop the hell
it's just a
out
visual
of what you're doing on your computer.
Yeah, it's just a visual eavesdropping
on an airplane.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's usually just businessy stuff.
But we all look around.
Dude, if you don't block me, I'm going to watch everything that you're doing.
100%.
And a lot of times it's really boring, stupid stuff, and I watch them write dumb corporate emails like, yes, Samantha, that sounds great. Let's circle back on that. You know, that type of crap.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, they do something kind of cool.
Other times you get me, like I was on a flight to Mexico, I'm watching a movie. All of a sudden, some hard, some passionate kissing comes on. I had to kind of cover it up a little bit.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
Won't someone think of the children?
I'm the same way.
But I would use one if I had. Well, I don't.
Well, you can't really.
I just mean if I'm doing work on a laptop on the plane, I want one of those.
I was on a flight next to
screen-
Terry Porter when he was the coach at University of Portland, so I started looking at the scouting reports that he was doing.
Oh,
He was
that's
like
kinda
actually
fun.
working.
He
on
was
the-
actually working.
So shockingly, yeah.
Didn't help much.
That's the thing. If you put one of those, and I don't know about your laptop, but the one on your phone, all you have to do is you turn up your phone's brightness a little bit because it darkens your screen. Like that's the only thing you have to do, and you don't even realize that you have the privacy screen on. So I don't know.
So you like it, or you're indifferent?
I'm indifferent to
He
it.
doesn't.
I don't care. Whatever you want. There is nothing that I am doing on my phone that you can't look at.
I feel like Snook has an opinion on everything. Indifferent about the.
Yeah.
What do I like?
24 years later, we found something
We found
you're
something
indifferent
that's
about.
finally.
Well, it's
no
like
takes.
there is no more privacy, and I promise you, like if you're reading through my emails or whatever, I have no jet age secrets on my phone. Like, what do you?
Yeah, bro, it's not that cool.
Exactly.
And it never is. It's
No.
just, I don't know. That I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting there on an airplane. I just want to see what you're doing.
So if my screen cracked, and I had to order it because I that's why I have a screen. I ordered this case because it came with a screen protector. There's lots of the same magnetic case. I was like, oh, this one comes with a screen protector. Cool, seemed like a good deal. If that broke and I had to order another one, and I'm getting one anyway, it's the same price. Yeah, I think I would probably get the screen protector.
What are you hiding?
Wouldn't you like to know? The BTJ asked that. She's like,
Little
why do you?
skeptical.
She did. She's like, why do you have a screen
Yeah,
protector?
what are you hiding from me?
Only on Instagram.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
My Instagram hots.
Don't worry about my Instagram algorithm. I'm not even on Instagram anymore.
Did you bag it?
I got hacked, and I had to shut the whole thing down, and I just never recovered it.
So how do you look at other people's Instagram profiles now?
Oh, yeah.
You have to have an account?
Yeah, you have to have an account.
So you got a burner like
I got
me?
a burner.
Yeah,
but
me
there's
too.
no posts. There's no nothing.
You know, the kids figured out that I have a burner.
Yeah.
And they weren't happy about it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, well, they said it was creepy. I'm like, I'm not creeping on anybody.
Yeah.
I'm doing it because basically I have one friend who sends me golf videos all the time from Instagram, and the only way I can see him is if I have an account.
Yeah.
So I just signed up, and then I followed them, and they're like, ew, creep. I'm not. I don't even know how to look at what you post.
No, I will tell you, the BTJ found out that I had a burner because she was like, did you ever get your account back? I was like, no, I just signed up. Because she said the same thing. I have a buddy that sends it, and she did demand to be my follower. She's like, well,
I need to follow that.
yeah. There's nothing on there.
You're going to love my content.
I've never posted anything. I've never liked anything. It's just there in case someone sends you
I don't know.
something.
Okay, now I'm going to sound 1,000 years old. I find Instagram thoroughly confusing. Like, it is hard for me to follow.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I just... Sometimes I click on a video and another video pops up.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah, it's just you scroll. The algorithm sends this is what you want. If you watch golf videos, all you're going to get is golf videos.
Well, no, but I don't even do that.
Yeah,
what I'm saying is I don't scroll through my account.
Yeah.
The only thing I do is hit play on something somebody sends me.
Yes.
And it typically goes to it can
Yes.
oftentimes go to another
And
video.
it will always.
Completely unrelated.
Yes. It just spits out.
Hate it.
Yes, that's what it does.
That's the algorithm.
That's the algorithm, and it's doom scrolling.
I hate it.
And you can get
I don't watch them.
Oh.
I'm not a doom scroller.
Oh.
You got ethics here.
I go to TikTok like a real man. There is a new social revolution. What is it? Next, here's Steven.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Oregon will be out without one of their star players as when they take on Indiana on Friday. Running back Jordan Davison, he is officially out as he suffered a broken clavicle against Texas Tech. He will very likely not play for the rest of the playoffs. Davison, 15 touchdowns this season. Combined now with the news, Jaden Lamar, Jay Harris are also in the transfer portal. Ducks are going to be thin in the backfield when they take on Indiana, where the Hoosiers are 3.5-point favorites. We got some breaking news from Pete Thamel in the transfer portal as he is reporting that Washington quarterback Damon Williams Jr. is entering the transfer portal, and he has a do not contact sign on his entry, meaning he probably already knows where he's going. And former Michigan State and Oregon State quarterback Aiden Childs, he is committed to Northwestern to be their new starting quarterback. Who is the offensive coordinator at Northwestern? That would be Chip Kelly. So Chip Kelly and Aiden Childs will be together at Northwestern. And the Ravens are parting ways with John Harbaugh at head coach after losing to the Steelers on Sunday night. Harbaugh was the Ravens coach since 2008, led them to a Super Bowl win back in 2012. And the Trailblazers, they won their third game in a row, beating the Jazz 137-117. Denny Avdia, huge game, 33 points, 9 assists. Next up, a game against Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets from the Motor Center on Wednesday. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Sports Saturday with Joe Fisher and
Social revolution happening in the United States, Jace.
Where no one goes out and does anything and everyone stays home and is really lame.
Well, lame is all in the eye of the beholder, but yes.
Yeah.
That is the new social revolution. It is staying in, according to a new study.
Yeah.
72% of adults prefer their living room to nightlife.
Yeah, we are. I just.
Things have changed since COVID.
That just. The amount of impact that COVID had is shocking to me. Because it was like what, like
it's far-reaching.
Yeah, like a 2-year run, and it killed the movie industry.
It's changed everything.
Killed the bar business.
Everything's changed.
Everything's changed.
Well, bars are still cranking, but
yeah, they're not.
It's hurt.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, 72% of Americans say they would rather stay home with friends than go out, while only 28% still prefer venturing out for social activities. This shift has happened quickly, with half of respondents saying their preference has changed in just the past few years.
Yeah. Well, this goes back to the young people. Like, I get that young people aren't drinking. There was a guy on Bill Maher that had a great rant about this, and he said, because the young people aren't drinking anymore, and that's fine. You don't want to drink, but they're not replacing it with anything. The whole point of drinking is socializing, right?
That's Scott Galloway.
Is that Scott Galloway?
And he's great.
Have you seen that clip?
I'm a fan of Scott Galloway, and I watch Bill Maher. Yeah, I saw him.
It's an amazing clip where he says, with young people, if you don't want to drink, cool, but replace it with something. Go out. Interact with people. That's why I love bars. You get to know people. It's social. You drink. You feel easy. The stress goes away a little bit. Make poor decisions. Get out and live life. Whereas young people now, it's not like you're choosing not to drink. You're just choosing to stay home and not do anything and stare at a screen. And that was his thing: is go out, get drunk, make bad decisions, live your life. It was something to that effect, and it was this great kind of rallying cry. And yeah, like if you don't want to go out on Friday night, I get it. It's expensive or whatever, or you're not a drinker. But my God, do something. Sitting at home with your thumb up your, what, waiting around doing absolutely nothing productive. Like, what do you do? I feel bad for people whose lives are like that. Like, what?
Yeah, Scott Galloway is one of the guys that he's big on kind of this along the same lines we talked about yesterday of young men.
Yeah.
Just he talks about a young man crisis.
Yes.
In the U.S. Because nobody ever thinks of. I mean, just the male and the young male is it's kind of forgotten.
Yeah.
He is kind of forgotten in the pantheon of troubled.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the one waving that flag. He's like, dude, our youngs are. It's bad.
Yes. It's just that they're unhappy. They're not getting laid.
They're undersexed.
They
don't want to go out.
There's no purpose. It's like this. You're becoming just like this generation of depressed zombies. And I see it, and it's kind of scary. That's why I said, like, go out, mix it up. The amount of people that you hear, like, well, I don't know, I'm bored. Go out someplace, meet somebody. Talk to someone at a bar. Go to a restaurant. Go to a club. Go dancing. Do something, for God's sake.
Can't wait till you're 80. Man, you're going to be a riot. Here's what they were citing as reasons to stay in. Cost savings played a big role. 53% cited money as a key factor.
Yeah, and I get that. But
people,
you can ball on a budget.
People also appreciate being able to hear conversations better. That was 47%.
Sounds like an excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't hear out there.
You got to stay home.
Avoiding crowded places, 47%. Controlling their environment, 42%. And skipping formal attire is 24%.
Do you need formal attire to go out to a bar or a restaurant?
That's interesting.
And it's one thing, like, if you got a group of friends and you're staying in, I get that because it's still social. But if it's just you and... if it's you and maybe someone else, and that's all you do is sit at home and scroll while one of you plays video games, one of you sits on the phone, one of you watches a movie while being on your phone, and the other one is reading, like that.
Yeah, it depends on what you're doing.
Yeah.
But if you're, I think some people, or I feel like there's been a shift from the going out, and it's probably just age, but from, like the group experience where you talk in a loud place and you kind of have fun and you crack jokes and you rib your buddies or whatever, but nothing ever really gets talked about, or, you know what I mean? Like, you just get drunk and have fun.
Yeah.
As opposed to, I think the shift is people really want to have more meaningful, interactions with other people, and you do that in smaller groups and in quieter places like home where you can still drink.
Yeah.
And I think there's been a shift towards that.
And there should be. Like Coach Vaughn, my wife, she will say that.
Whoa. Did you just call your wife?
I call her Coach Vaughn.
Yeah, she's Coach Vaughn.
Coach Vaughn. Was she a coach?
She is a coach.
The basketball coach?
Track and field coach.
Whereabouts?
Central Catholic.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Coach Vaughn.
Yeah, they went out and they got her. She's the best coach in the state. No.
How do you know that?
Well,
I'm not. How do you know that?
Well, Central Catholic. I mean, they are a very prestigious program that's willing to go out to get the best, and they went and recruited her to be the coach. Okay. So I say she's the best. But
that's a feather in her cap for sure.
I'm a big sports guy, so it's got to be true.
Does she love that you're on the fan now?
Yeah, she does.
She's like, oh yeah.
Well, she was, not to boost your guys' ego a little bit. She was a good listener back in the day.
Why back in the day? Why not now? Did we lose her?
Yeah, because I was at other places.
Oh, she was listening to your shows?
Yeah, but back when I wasn't on the radio, she was a big primetime gal.
Wow. Okay. Is she back now?
She's back now.
Yeah, she's back with us. She's like, I miss those guys.
But she'll count quality hangout time. She'll count quality hangout time as like watching TV or a movie.
Yes.
And I say that's a no-go.
I know.
Like I want to go to dinner with you.
Right. Well, I want to talk. Like let's catch up.
One-on-one talk.
Yeah.
Where she'll say, she'll play video games and I just have to watch her.
Yeah. I have,
and I'm scrolling and I don't count that.
I have always found it odd. I've never been able to reconcile the fact that a lot of women believe that watching a show together is quality time together.
Or even a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like going to the theater, that doesn't count.
Counts.
But it doesn't.
But for them, it does.
Right.
And I've never understood that.
Yeah. Well,
it doesn't. It's not on brand for them.
No, it makes the whole thing makes. My gal can be upstairs, I can be downstairs, and no, like completely different parts of the house. But if I go to leave, what are you doing? Well, I'm gonna go whatever. Why? Well, I mean, like we're not doing anything. Well, we're not hanging out. No, you're upstairs, I'm downstairs. It's the idea that I'm leaving the house to possibly go have fun without her. It's a bridge too far. It's quality time together. As long as we're in the house, it's proximity.
I think it's because they don't actually want to hang out with us. that might be it.
They just don't want you. It's not about. They just you can't have. There's a limit to the fun you're allowed to have without them there.
Correct.
There's a quota, and once your quota of fun is up, sorry, your weekly quota's over.
No more time.
No more time.
By the way, one other thing here. This, according to this study, they're saying smell has emerged as a surprisingly important factor in home entertaining.
Home?
Correct. Yes, they like because you can create a good smell, at your home, as opposed to the filthy bar floor.
You are missing out on the smell of regret and poor decisions at a bar. I've said it a million times. I was sitting at I went to a Winterhawks game this weekend, and there was a lady in front of me, and I don't think I'm the only one, but she had the bar smell. The smell of like cheap body spray, the faint hint of cigarettes, the stench of poor life decisions, maybe some like bad hairspray. That concoction, the barfly smell, is one of the best smells on the planet. And this gal in front of me wearing about what you would think someone the light smells like, she was sitting in front of me and the entire game. I was like, oh my God, you smell amazing. She had a real Tanya Harding vibe about her, and she smelled incredible. That's a great smell, and you can't get that at home. You have to go out to find that.
No, you can.
Well, you have to bring that home, and you don't want it home. It's not what you want at the house.
All right, we'll wrap it up next on The Fan.
The Oregon Ducks live on The Fan.
Gonna keep it run right. Oh, no doubt. Touchdown.
Night and Neil Diamond. Come on,
I
let's.
love Neil.
Oh, who doesn't? God. It's supposed to be really good.
I miss that old bastard.
Check it out. I think it's a Keller for the rest of the week.
I don't think I will.
Sorry about that.
But I might go home and put on some Neil Diamond tapes.
Go see the Beautiful Noise, the movie with Hugh Jackman. Go see it. Like, you will love it. I know you're not a theater guy. I'm telling you, you will absolutely love that movie.
Well, I'm going to see it because I love Neil Diamond, but I'll probably wait till it's out of the theater.
Well, when it comes out, watch it. It is one of the best movies I've seen in years.
Now, is it really is it the story of his?
No, it's the story of a Neil Diamond impersonator that made a career out of it, but it's a true story.
Okay, gotcha. Everybody have a great night. We are back tomorrow, 3 to 7 on The Fan. Good night.